From Los Angeles, Howard Stern's funeral for Mark and Brainless. With the king of all media, Howard Stern.
All right,
Also,
very good.
Robin Quivers, Jackie the Jokeman, Baba Booey, Stuttering John, Fred Norris, and Scott the Engineer.
Mark and Brian suck! Two loser schmucks!
And now, radio demigod, Howard Stern.
All right, we are psyched, Robin. We are here at the Palace Theater this morning.
That's
All
right. We're dressed for our
Yes.
funeral.
My voice is kind of shot.
You've been partying too
I've been
much.
partying. I've been out, like, having a really good time. So I've been quiet. Hey, we're in the Palace Theater this morning, Robin.
Yes.
But we will go outside. There's already about, 1,500 to 2,000 people
It
out
looked
there.
like a lot of people.
That's what the police told me. Hey, do the cops know what they're talking about? Or is
Look,
that...
you can see them right there.
Oh, those are the people?
Yes.
All right, look at that. I see the people. Too bad. Hey, you know,
they
Gary,
are.
you ought to get a microphone out there just so people can hear the crowd.
I'm ready to...
Oh, you can do that.
They can do that.
Scott can do that with a high-pitched squeal.
Booey.
Let me hear the
Baba
crowd.
Booey. I can go out there and rile them up.
Oh, yeah?
They don't need it.
Well, here it is. It's 6 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles, and the parking lot outside the Palace Theater is filling up. And we will be out there to hold the biggest funeral ever for two idiots who stole my material, and this is what they deserve. And they're over there at KLOS acting this morning like they don't care, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And they're over there saying, hey, this is no big deal. But you know what? It is a big deal because they suck and they lost all their ratings right after 1 year. I mean, to go down that fast is unbelievable.
Look, they know that everybody knows. And when they look into another person's eyes, they probably can't even look into another person's eyes right now.
What's great about the funeral, after the funeral, they won't even be able to walk down the streets of Los Angeles without, like, feeling bad about it.
All the people in the halls where they work are looking and saying, you know, they're having your funeral today.
The best part of the funeral is not being out in the parking lot, but walking through the halls of KLOS, our competing radio station.
It's like they died because people will be saying, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it must be great. Like, people go, are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, wait, we're okay. We don't even care. Oh, you sure you don't care? Of course you care. Of course you care. You just lost all your ratings. So let me give you the rundown.
All right, what are we doing today?
Well, first of all, hey, Fred, did you tip the chambermaid this morning?
This morning?
Yeah.
For what?
Because you checked out, didn't you?
Not yet.
Are you going to
They're
check?
leaving later.
Yeah, we're leaving later on a later flight.
Fred's really grown. I just want to say Fred Norris, King of Mars, ladies and gentlemen.
I usually do pretty good. If they do good by me, I do good by them.
Fred Norris, of course, evaluating the chambermaids. If they do good by him, he will do good by them.
So far, they've been doing great.
Yeah, well, I know with Fred, it's a kind of a weird thing.
It's a
because
day-to-day thing. You know, they could lose their entire tip with one move.
If
When
they
I
finish
first-
it made when I get back this morning, it's done.
when I first met Fred in Hartford, and he was like a country hick,
Yeah.
I mean, he refused to tip the chambermaid. Gary, remember the first time we went on a trip?
It was, we were with NBC, I think, and we went to, we rode a bunch of listeners out by the pool.
Yeah, and Fred
To
had never,
California,
and
yeah.
Fred had never been anywhere.
I don't know that.
Yeah, well, Fred, it was like your first big trip.
Nothing west of the Ozarks.
You had never even, in fact, Fred had never taken a plane before.
Was that his first plane ride?
Yeah, it was one of his first plane
Actually, the
rides.
second.
Second plane ride. You know, and go ahead, yeah. What did Fred do?
No, I just remember he said when it came time to tip the chambermaid, we were all on the plane discussing what we tipped. And we turned around to Fred and said, well, what'd you leave? And he goes, I didn't leave anything. And we're like, why? And he goes, when the hell am I ever going to see them again?
But he's grown. Did you tip the chambermaid?
I forgot again.
Yeah, I knew you did. She always does that.
Look at what I had to get through this morning.
Jackie, did you?
Doesn't matter how good she is, she gets nothing.
She gets
Oh,
nothing.
of course I tip, but I didn't yet. We're not leaving yet. We're
Oh.
here for
How much are you supposed to tip anyway?
I usually give a couple of dollars
It's supposed
a day.
to, I think it averages $3 a day.
Are you kidding? Then I gave way too much.
Yeah, you always do.
I left her $50.
You gave the guy
You're
last.
nuts.
You gave the guy last night. What was the bill? $68, and you left him $95.
He was a little foreign guy. He looked like he needed some help.
What are you doing?
Give him a tip.
No wonder your wife screams at you.
Yeah, but you got to help people. You know?
$95?
Can I get
I
you
didn't
something?
give the guy $95.
No, but it was a $60
No,
tip.
it was $68.
Yeah.
And you left him
I left him $9.
No. You left him 92. Well, you left him 20 on 68.
No, I left him $92. I left him $20. I didn't give him $92 tip.
20
Right,
bucks.
no,
What
no,
did he do?
Brought up the food. He set out the table.
It wasn't like he cooked it.
He went back down after Baba Booey screwed up the order.
You gave him a 25% tip.
Yeah, so 25%. What's the big deal?
But he
That's a lot.
screwed it up totally.
Yeah, but so what? Come on, give the guy. I
What
don't
do you
want-
get for good service?
I didn't want the guy bad-mouthing me. You know what I mean? I didn't want him saying,
I'm
hey,
not going to say anything
this
about
Stern
you.
was cheap to me, you know? That skunk. He came to Los Angeles and didn't tip anybody.
20 bucks for bringing the food.
Yeah, well, hey, what do I care? I wasn't paying for it. I was being generous. So anyway, I see there's a lot of people in the audience inside. Why is there an audience inside the Palace Theater? Is this the press, Gary? Or what is this?
This is not the press. The press is not being allowed in. This is some of the winners. There's Captain Jenks. There's Flo's new girlfriend.
Oh, those are the song parody winners. I tell you what, let me take a break. and then we'll come back. We'll meet everyone here. I'll run down exactly what's going to be happening at the funeral. Do not miss this today. It will be a once-in-a-lifetime event. We will take to the stage about 7:30, 8 o'clock after we hold the press conference. And if you want to come down and see me guillotine Mark and Brian's heads off as blood spurts out. Have you guys seen that effect yet? You saw it, Andy?
It was real cool.
Was it really cool?
It was
cool.
It was real cool.
Real
And if you're in the
cool.
first 3 rows by the guillotine,
Watch out.
watch out.
There's a lot of
Real
blood
cool.
spurting out.
A lot of blood.
And was there blood spurting out of your head last night when your girlfriend got a hold of you after yesterday's show?
No, she was in good spirits.
She was good.
She was great.
All
She
right,
felt
very
better.
good. All right, so listen, let me take a short break here, and then what we'll do, we'll come back and run down everything we're going to do, Robin, just so you know as well.
Okay, because I missed everything
I
yesterday.
put the itinerary together yesterday, so we will be back right here from the Palace Theater. Everyone get down here. I saw like there's a lot of room for people in the parking lot. There's a lot of room in the
there's
cars
still
and
good,
stuff.
good locations to be had.
Yeah, so everybody come on down. We're going to celebrate. The Turtles are going to be here. In fact, they're here now. We'll talk to them in a minute. Of course, Leslie West from, formerly of Mountain.
Leslie's been walking around with his little putter.
Yeah, I know, his golf putter.
And, yesterday, Fred and I come off the elevator. There's Leslie in the hall practicing.
Yeah, Leslie in the hall. We will be out there. All our song parody winners will be there performing their award-winning song parodies. Gary, what happened with the girl who plays, who sings "Spank My Butt"? Is she gonna let me spank her butt on stage?
Yes, she
Baba
is.
Booey. Where is she?
She's the redhead right in the middle.
All right. Oh, she's cute.
Your great butt.
Nice ass.
Yeah, she was wearing like spandex last night, so Jackie and Fred and I checked it out.
All right. So when we come back, let's talk to Flo and Eddie. Make sure Leslie's on target with his song. We'll
Let's make
discuss with him.
sure Flo and Eddie are on target.
Yeah, who knows? Everyone's assuming that Flo and Eddie can handle this. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Mark and Brian, you suck!
More funeral for Mark and Douchehead with the king of all LA and the media, Howard Stern, after this.
If you thought Rick Dees looked like a deer in the headlights on TV, wait till you see him now.
You listen to Rick for about a minute and you want to throw up, and then you turn it off.
Your king has come. It's the Howard Stern Show, live from L.A. Now, Howard Stern.
Blah, 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 blah. We are excited, Robin. I see the crowd growing. We have a TV monitor we can look out on the crowd. Hey, Scott, how come you can't give me any noise from the crowd was out there chanting my name? That appeals to my ego. Can I hear that? Maybe Baba Booey should go out there and lead them in some chants to get them prepared. Hey, if the audience can hear me out there, why don't you scream so people can hear you? Do that Howard chant. All right. Wow, look at it. It's filling up. Boy, everybody wants a party and have the big funeral for Mark and Brian. There it is. Some of that Howard stuff I love so much.
Do you have any chance?
Wait, they're getting there. Hey, Baba Booey, you want to go out there and lead them in some chants?
Yeah, give me a chance.
Yeah, I'll give you a chant.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, teach them this one.
Which one?
Tell them to repeat after each. All right, how about Mark and
Baba
Brian
Booey.
make us sick in their pants? They're hung like chicks. What do you think? All right. How about Mark is lame, Brian blows even worse than Arsenio? You get them going on those, all right?
Take this mic.
We're going to be leading chants out there. The song parody winners will be out there. By the way, the opening number in today's festivities at 8 o'clock, straight up at 8 o'clock, this will start. Robin, once we are wheeled out by Jessica Hahn in our chariot,
Yes.
once she pulls us out in her almost nude regalia, it's going to be wild. Our two friends, Flo and Eddie, Mark and Howard,
Yes.
the Turtles. They
You got all their names.
got all their names. You better, they're playing for free. They will come out and sing. What's the matter, Baba Booey?
I was just told that the fire marshal said that no, we're not allowed to go out on stage and make any noise till like 8 o'clock.
Oh, you're kidding.
Come here.
Here's the fire marshal?
No, this is
No, that's Scott.
friend of the fire marshal.
That doesn't look like the fire marshal. That looks like Scott.
So what time?
Until all the cars are towed out. There's some cars that are towed in there, and they said if we even
We'll
pipe the
disturb the
music
cars
in
with
there,
our noise?
they're going to shut us down.
It's like Woodstock. People, don't get nervous. We're just going to move the cars and the people will be okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, but
There's lots of room for everybody.
Stay calm.
Stay calm. This is bigger than the fire marshal.
Don't take any bad brown acid.
Don't take the brown acid. I'm telling you. The guy next to you is your brother. Treat him as such. We've got Woodstock going on out there. Hey, man. Take it from me, the king of all media, and Flo and Eddie, the kings of nothing. Right? You guys are known as the kings of nothing. Is that correct?
Yes, hail the king. But we're the best at it.
Let me see if I can lead the crowd in some chanting.
Yes.
All right, here I go. You ready? All right, if the crowd can hear me. What was that?
What are they saying?
They're calling our names.
Oh, I see.
No, it's rat bastard.
Oh, yeah, isn't that another name you guys go by? Does your ex-wife call you that, Flo? Flo here with his young girlfriend, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, you saw her.
All right, repeat after me, crowd. Mark and Brian.
Mark.
Forget it.
It'll take 7 seconds for that to happen, won't it?
Yeah, forget it. It takes 7 seconds. So, Gary, you're not allowed to go out there and lead the crowd at all?
That's what.
There you go.
Okay.
Now what?
Make us sick.
You just got to keep reading.
Well, we can chat while they're getting
7
that.
seconds.
Okay.
Here it comes. I can feel it coming.
Okay, 2 lines.
In their pants.
So you've been okay, right?
Yeah, we can talk in between the...
In a minute, they're all going to say in their pants. Yes.
They're hung like chicks. It just doesn't work when you have to wait 7
No,
seconds.
you just have to keep reading and they'll hear it.
It's like Marley Matlin's on the show or something.
I know.
You got to have the
That
translation.
long pause.
All right, so Turtle...
Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you, crowd. All right, turn it down. So there's lots of room for everybody. You come on down. So what happens is after we're wheeled out in our... What music are you guys going to play when we're wheeled out?
Something so triumphant, it's going to
music,
give you
it's
just
called.
goosebumps.
All right, so you guys play something triumphant.
And it'll be sampled by somebody.
And then Robin and I are wheeled out
And a chariot.
in a chariot by Jessica Hahn pulling us in horse fashion.
You know, the chariot was dangerous. We were practicing yesterday, and they were trying to pull it up on stage, and I could see you falling 8
Really?
feet.
Well, that's
so-
good. That's good for the show.
Oh, man.
And then what will happen, Robin?
Yes.
Flo and Eddie will do their song parody about Mark and Brian.
Oh, great.
Which is
so
called
crappy together.
So crappy together.
Yes.
Mark and Brian are so crappy together.
Right.
So we look forward to hearing that. Flo and Eddie now, go prepare.
Wait, you're singing today.
Yes, I will be singing
Okay.
later
Thank
on.
you,
That's
thank you.
good.
We're going
Thank
to
you,
get the
Flo and
band
Eddie.
ready to go.
Thanks.
Flo will stand there while Eddie
They got
sings.
us a good bunch of sidemen? Is that what's going on?
Who's
the
in the band?
best.
Who is in the band?
We have a wonderful band that plays with us a lot, the 60s. Jack Cassidy's here from Jefferson Airplane and
Right.
from Hot Tuna. Patrick Morantz from Yes.
Very good.
Robbie Krieger.
Right,
It's
from The Doors?
Yeah, we got a bunch of them.
All
out
right.
on
All right,
stage,
so that's excellent. We're going to have an all-star band out there.
sort of an
It's going to be incredible. It's going to be, and we're honored to be able to perform the first
the
song,
king.
welcoming you,
Well,
the
thank
king
you,
and
the
queen of
Turtles.
media.
Oh, thank you.
Pop. Thank you very much.
Turtles, of course, you were on the afternoons in New York for a while. You tried it as disc jockeys. You failed, but
We
nevertheless,
tried it. You know, we were funny and we decided to interview people, and it just didn't work.
it didn't work out. Okay, so maybe next time. Maybe another station will hire.
Yes. Thanks for the endorsement.
Flo and Eddie, everyone, we'll see them out there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Try golf. All right, very good. Flo and Eddie, of course. Everybody loves the Turtles. They will be singing Happy Together, but so crappy together. Okay. So after Flo and Eddie, there'll be speeches made. Stuttering
right.
John will be up first, and Fred will stutter behind him and make him screw up. After that, Andy Bloom, the program director here, will make a short speech.
Oh,
All these
wonderful.
speeches will be short, not to interrupt the music too much.
Okay.
Then Eazy-E, of course, from Niggers with Attitude, who
Oh,
is...
he's coming back.
Yeah, the niggers are still together, from what we understand from yesterday's interview, but they will be, one of the niggers will be here,
Okay.
all right? And he's like the main nigger.
And we can expect him to be on time?
Yes, he will be on time, Robin. Yeah, I feel strange calling the guy a nigger, but he wants to be...
That's what he is. He says
he's a-
everybody wants to be a nigger.
Yeah.
I never heard that, but...
and he's a
that's
fun
what he
nigger
said.
as well, I must say. And he will be here addressing the crowd. Now,
We
after...
thought he wasn't a nigger anymore, but he still is.
Now, after that, we will have Moving On Up, one of the big song parodies.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Then Doug Beatty will make speeches, and then the list goes on, and it's a series of speeches, songs, and then, of course, even Mark Harris, Martha Ray's husband, will
I
do his
see
number.
him already in his outfit.
Yes.
With his walking stick.
Gary, why don't you get down there and get the microphone in front of Mark so we can see that outfit?
He's been
Baba Boo.
trying to perform for anyone who will listen.
Right.
Martha and I have been performing it all night. She's been giving me all the corrections on this.
By the way, Mark Harris is a young man married to a 70 or 80-year-old woman.
Howard, I'm not that young. It's not true.
And you're
I
about a
just look
30-year-old guy, and
Right.
and you are a bisexual. And this has to be a bisexual's dream to go out in front of thousands
This
of
is
screaming
bisexual
people.
clothing.
He's wearing his bisexual blue velvet
Yes,
clothing.
Yes. You know what he told me yesterday? He
Yeah.
says, I'm down 12 pounds. Did you
Ooh,
notice?
yes.
He says, I'm getting my body together. I don't know why. Martha won't even notice.
His boots are a wonderful mesh of suede and lizard skin.
Let me see the girl. Let me now see the girl. All right, Mark, we'll hear from you later, all right? Keep it in your pants. Let me talk to the girl who I'm going to be bongoing her butt during the song.
This is Britt.
Oh, she's cute. I had no idea you were this cute.
Oh, thank you.
And what are you wearing under that leather jacket? The outfit that you wear on
no,
stage?
I have an outfit later I'm going to change into.
I see. And I will bongo you?
We'll see.
No, there's no we'll see.
Come on.
Okay, sure.
You were the one who wrote the song.
I was begging for it.
You have red hair all over?
Yes.
All right, and what is your outfit going to look like? Describe it to the crowd.
It's a black patent leather skirt and bustier with a jacket and
Yes.
black pumps and fishnets.
All right, very good. Robin, and then, of course, at the end of the show, Leslie West will lead us out. I will do a song, you will make your speech, and then Leslie West will sing his Mark and Brian song parody, Mark and Brian Suck, to Mississippi Queen. Isn't that right, Leslie?
Yeah, I'm learning the words now.
Oh, no, don't tell me
Actually,
that.
Fred Norris is singing this song with me.
Why? Why aren't you singing it alone?
I'm singing it, but the release, we're singing the choruses together, and it sounds great.
It does sound good. You've worked it up, and Leslie, you're fully under control. You're going to
Fully under control, and I'm going to produce Freddie's solo album, that solo that no one will ever hear.
Very good, Leslie
Well, let
West.
me ask you, Leslie, something. Are you a redhead all over?
Yeah, Leslie. By the way, Leslie West now has red hair, and we're not even sure what it is.
It's not a henna?
Now, by the way,
What's wrong with it?
hey, Stuttering John, do you have your speech prepared?
Yeah, I do.
And you've rehearsed it?
No, I haven't.
And you know Fred will be going.
I didn't know that until now. Now I suddenly.
Fred will be helping you with your speech.
Last time he didn't do that in Philly.
Fred, you'll help Stuttering John out, I hope.
By all means.
Yeah, let me hear some of that.
I think I'm just going to scream.
I'm looking out in the parking lot right now, Robin. I see it's filling up. We got to take a break. We're outside the Palace Theater at 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning.
Do you feel the anticipation?
Yeah, I really do.
Are you excited?
All of Los Angeles is excited to rejoice. It is Woodstock. It is the second coming. This will actually be one of the most exciting events in Los Angeles history. It is the people speaking. It is the people saying they want to crown me their king. Robin, I will be crowned on stage.
It's the people turning their backs on bad entertainment.
Yes, I will take to the stage and I will have one of the listeners place the crown on my head.
Ah.
That's right. I will pull one of them out of the audience and place the crown on my head.
Because you are the king.
I am the king of all media, and Robin is beautiful. Your breast, Robin's outfit this morning is so delightful. Wait till the audience gets a load of it out there.
I have all the linen from the hotel
Yes.
inside this dress.
Robin's got like napkins, and she came into my room this morning and started stuffing towels and cloths in her breasts because the outfit was a little too big and you could see everything. So what we're going to do is take a break here, and when we come back, we'll find out who's in our audience. We'll prepare for the press conference, not the breast conference, and we'll have the press conference, and then we will take to the stage, and all of our fans in Los Angeles should come on down because you will see me guillotine Mark and Brian's head on stage with blood spurting out while I sing an Elvis Presley song, and then Leslie West will do the grand finale. We'll be back right after these words.
You dicks. Two dicks. We'll be back with Howard Stern's funeral for Mark and Bonehead after this.
Told them to leave.
They didn't listen.
They didn't listen.
And they're sinking faster and faster.
Yeah, I mean, every ratings book, they keep losing more and more audience to us. Look at all the lonely people. Mark and Brian suck. Mark and Brian suck. Oh, man. It's great, isn't it? Two idiots.
Now, live from Los Angeles, it's the Howard Stern Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of all media, Howard Stern.
Robin, right now we are inside the Palace Theater. We're preparing for the press conference. There's a lot of people here who will be in the show. As a matter of fact,
right, yes.
I see them all coming in. I saw Jessica Hahn walking in just a few minutes ago. She's dressed rather...
conservatively.
Yes, but that will change as we get closer to showtime. That's right. Jessica Hahn embroiled in quite a few battles yesterday.
I wonder if she's a little bruised, or is she okay?
John, get down there with the mic so I can talk to some of the people in here. The crowd outside going wild. They love it. They are ready to have their funeral. They've waited over a year for it. There they are chanting. There are many signs in the audience that we'll get to see out on stage, Robin. And
they're already having a party without us.
outside the Palace Theater, this is a chance for you to meet people of similar mindset. A lot of guys say they can't meet girls. There's a whole parking lot full of girls out there who feel that guys with this warped sense of humor are cool.
Yes.
And it's very hard to find them, but they're all out there. So get on down. You still have time to get to the Palace Theater. We'll hit the stage about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Just pull over, jump out, and get in on the fun. You will see the full funeral. Jessica, you will be changing into the outfit you wear on Butt Bongo Fiesta. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
You will. And when will that happen? About what time?
As soon as it gets near, I will go in a place and change.
Are you in better spirits after a night of sleep?
I'm fine.
I know you got into several battles with Edie McClurg. You were involved in a terrible battle with Andy Bloom's fiancé.
Yeah.
And yet, and you even broke down during Bill Kinison's tribute to Sam.
Yeah, Sam should be here, but no, I'm in great spirits today.
Who will you be fighting with today at the funeral?
Did we bring her any opponents?
You are united against Mark and Brian. In
Absolutely.
fact, Edie McClurg will be on stage making a short speech, but there will be no animosity,
Right.
I hope, during that.
No, this is strictly a Mark and Brian funeral.
Everybody uniting, putting away their petty differences
There you go.
for
5
Mark and
minutes.
Brian. Very good. By
It's
the way,
beautiful when something can bring people together.
one of the featured speakers out there on stage will be Melrose Larry Green. He is out there. I see him with Leslie West, the meeting of the minds.
They're conferring.
Yes, and
Asking him for his degree.
and let me ask you something, Melrose. You are prepared with a speech for today?
Yes, King of Media. I am the humble Melrose Larry Green at your service.
Melrose Larry Green, of course, is a guy who stands out day and night with a sign that
Yes.
says Howard Stern for president, and we felt we should honor him with a.
Does he
30
know
sec-
he only has 30 seconds?
You know you only have 30 seconds.
That's an eternity with you, my king.
All right, and you, of course, stand out there. I see you out on Melrose Avenue. And by the way, was it true that Captain Jenks flew in from Philadelphia? He will be making a 30-second speech. He's the guy who calls the Larry King Show. He started it all with those Larry King phone calls. Did you sleep at Melrose Larry Green's house?
No, I've been staying with the king of all song parodies here, Howard.
Who is that?
He comes up with song parodies that he's been reading. The Woody Allen song parody he did a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that guy. I see you found him.
How does he get to know these people?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know how they hook up.
It's a strange connection.
But Captain Jenks, you are prepared with a speech?
I have my speech prepared and I'm ready to go, Howard.
All right, and Melrose Larry Green, you know what you're going to be doing.
Yes, King.
All right, and
You
know,
are my king.
Are you happy we're number one?
Howard Stern, I am speechless.
All right,
What did Melrose Larry Green do before we came here?
Yeah, who did you used to hang up signs for before you, before you had us?
Oh, there used to be another DJ. I don't even want to mention his name. I'm having a good time.
Oh, my God. What DJ did you used to run around with signs for? Was it Rick
Peter
D?
Tilden.
Oh, my God.
How could you do that?
Now denounce him for me.
I denounce you, Peter Tilden. My king is Howard Stern.
All right. Very good, Melrose Larry Green. We'll hear from him later.
Next week, he'll have a sign for someone else.
Yes, and let me also say he flew in from Las Vegas for this special day. A guy who has supported us since our days at NBC. One of the legendary comics of all time. Steve Rossi is in the audience today. He's part of Allen and Rossi. Nobody remembers him, but I do. I used to watch him on the Ed Sullivan Show. Nobody remembers you, Steve. Isn't that true?
Not only are you my king, you are my queen, my love.
Really? You mean I'm your queen? Who is this?
I am the legend.
Who is this gentleman sitting next to you? He's a very distinguished
This
gentleman.
is my valet, my chauffeur, and my lover. We're very happy together.
Well, there he is, the king of all
He's carrying
shtick.
my child right now.
All right, very good. Steve Rossi, thank you for coming today. He's excited. Steve always believed we would be number one in
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
And
Never any doubt.
Yes. All right, thank you, sir. But Steve's valet applauding.
Yeah, anytime you hear Steve's name, he applauds.
Other people who will be making a speech out there today, I see Doug Beatty, who used to tour with Sam Kinison.
How you doing, Howard?
Doug, what do you-
Congratulations, King of Media.
Doug, you're in a wheelchair. You have muscular dystrophy. You're
Yeah,
about, how tall
that's
are you
right.
exactly? About what?
About 4 feet, maybe.
You're not even 4 feet. I'd say you're about 2.5 feet.
I think I'm a little more than that, but yeah, I'm pretty damn short.
You have muscular dystrophy, and you're one of
That's
those
right.
people who is anti-Jerry Lewis because you don't see any of them.
Screw him, man. He hasn't done a damn thing for me. 30 years this telethon.
He's all fired up.
Okay. All right.
He almost fell out of his chair.
All right.
All right.
Mention Jerry Lewis.
What?
You shouldn't mention Jerry Lewis around him.
Why?
He freaks. He gets out of this chair. He just goes crazy.
Really?
Calm down. Have something to drink. Here. Have some Jack Daniels.
Oh, dear.
By the way,
He's okay.
all right, Doug, by the way, a big feature out there on stage, and people are going to love it when we launch Doug Beatty into the audience via cannon. He's the size of a cannonball, and we're just going to launch him right out there. It's going to be beautiful.
I'm more interested in this guy who just what he does for a living is he wheels Doug around.
Yeah, do you actually wheel Doug around?
Yeah, I'm Doug's valet. That's what I do. Basically, I do whatever he needs. I
Are you
take
Doug's
care.
lover? Or?
No.
No, of course.
They have this really cool gig where...
Give Doug the microphone.
Not a chance in hell, Howard.
All right.
They have this really cool gig where he makes all these phone calls on Doug's behalf.
Yes.
And says, I got a guy with muscular dystrophy that used to tour with Kinison, and gets him into all these parties, and then he
Right.
wheels them, and they go to parties every night.
Yeah, and you guys get laid too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, we did once on the radio on your show about, 5 months ago?
Is that right?
That's pretty exciting. Yeah.
All right, good for you guys. You know, when you have
What kind of a job is that? Calling to get into parties? How do you get paid?
Doug, how do you make money? Seriously, because you have muscular dystrophy. It's hard
Well,
for you.
no, we do comedy shows and all kinds of stuff, and that's how we pay. In fact, we're starting December 3rd, work on a movie.
Is that right?
December 3rd, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. What movie
And you
is that?
thought you were hot. He's got a movie
It's called
too.
Alex in Wonderland.
Oh, really? I see. Well, what do you know?
And that starts December the 3rd.
All right, we'll hear from you later on stage. You have 30 seconds, and of course,
Great. I love it. Thanks.
Doug, you know that Sam Kinison would have loved to have been here today, wouldn't he? Yes.
Yeah, that's actually the only thing missing today.
That's right. That's the only thing. By the way, take a look at our own boy, Gary Delabate, who will actually introduce us, Robin, when we hit the stage.
What is he wearing?
He's being geared up right now. He has a giant hunchback, and as you can see that bottle hanging out of it, that will
Baba
shoot
Booey.
ooze out of his back.
I will be introducing my both.
That's right. Don't give it all away yet. And by the way, he couldn't be here today, but we have a special recorded announcement from Clinton.
Bill Clinton?
No, Robin, Roger Clinton, the president's brother. And let's take a listen to that. Then we'll take a break, and then we'll listen to the crowd chanting out there. Is the crowd growing at this point? Yes, there it is out there. It looks like Woodstock, Robin. All of Los Angeles has waited for this, and it is time to. It is really quite remarkable to see. We have a giant Roman Empire set. All of our fans are out there partying. They have sleeping bags. There are coolers out there. Here it is, 6:41 in the morning in Los Angeles, and a parking lot full of party.
Crowded with people.
They
yeah.
are so excited to crown us king and queen of all media.
Yes, they've come for the coronation.
Yes.
Bill Clinton. Howard, I wanted to take a minute to say congratulations on your great ratings and becoming numero uno, #1 in Los Angeles. Keep up the great radio, buddy. And you know something? FCC, lighten up on this guy, okay?
Oh.
You just can't stand success, can you? You got to get on the best. All right.
Roger,
good luck, Howard.
Thank you, Roger.
Hey,
Roger
I hope
Clinton.
he says that to his brother.
Yeah, don't say it to me. Say it to your brother. Roger Clinton for president.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let me hear the crowd out there. Let's see what's doing, and then we'll take a... What happened? You can't get the crowd up, Scott?
Somebody killed the feed from the stage.
Really?
And I will kill that person that killed the feed.
I see. Maybe it was a saboteur?
Yeah. This is what I'm getting now.
All right, we'll take a short break. We'll get our technical problems worked out. Robin, we have to gear up for the press conference, which starts in about 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We're
Have you
all-
got a speech and everything ready for the press conference? An opening statement?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll have it in about 5 minutes.
Obviously not.
Obviously not. I am not prepared. And there are many people in our audience, many dignified celebrities, Robin, who came by. Melrose Larry Green is on all fours chanting and praying to me.
He's hailing you.
What was that? All right, very good.
You know who I want to meet? I want to meet Flo's girlfriend.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, she's real cute.
I want to find out what's going on there.
Yeah, we'll find out right after these words.
Howard, won't you beat my butt?
The champion of LA, radio shining star Howard Stern will be back with the funeral for Mark and Brainless in a moment.
Talk out there. Look at it. Look at it, Robin.
Ooh, it's really growing.
It's growing, and I'm going to tell you something. Hey, Dan, why don't you come here and talk about the girls who've been ripping off their tops in the audience? It is wild out there. You must get down here to the Palace Theater immediately. We're about an hour away from showtime.
How many people do you think are out there?
The official police estimate right now is over 3,000, I think.
Over 3,000, and there's plenty of time to get down here. What's going on in the parking lot?
They are so supercharged. They're just screaming at anything or anybody that moves. Our cameraman just went up on the stage, and they started cheering, going crazy. One girl got up on top of another guy's shoulders and took off her top and was swinging it around.
Really? All right. I wish I was out there right now, quite frankly, but I must deal with the press.
Yes.
The
you
hostile
have work
press.
to do.
Yes, I do. And Dan, do they recognize you from TV when you go up on stage?
They're going crazy for me.
Do me a favor, Dan. Dan, who was the producer of our television show and became the Alfred E. Newman of the show, quite frankly.
Thank you, thank you.
Do me a favor. How long would it take you to walk out on stage? I just want to see what happens when you walk out on stage. I want to see the reaction to you, all right?
Take about 30 seconds.
Who do you think would get the biggest reaction, Dan, Gary, or Stuttering John?
Oh, I'd have to say Stuttering John.
Yeah, Stuttering John. So send him first.
Go ahead. The three of you go out there, and first John.
One at a time.
Yeah, I want to see which one gets more reaction. I think Dan will be a surprise.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe a lot of people love Dan. All right, there they go. By the way, King Norris of Mars is wearing his Martian outfit. You're not fully...
Not fully garbed yet, but we're working on it.
It's going to be great. Now let's see what happens. Who's going first?
Oh, they're already chanting Baba Booey.
They're already looking for Baba Booey. Let's tease the crowd with a glimpse of Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Hey, Dan, take your top off for the crowd. That'll help you.
There you go. That'll help your chances.
That'll do it. I'm looking out on the audience. I see our general manager from New York, Tom Chiasano, looking humorless, of course. No smile on his face.
It's like doing a show in front of the principal.
Yeah, isn't it great? Principal Tom out there. Tom all worked up yesterday because he met Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, was he? Well, that should have helped us out.
Who's out there now? Wait, someone's walking out on stage.
That's Dan.
There goes Dan. Let's hear the crowd.
Jackie.
Dan, take your top off. Take it off. It's coming off. Take it off. There he goes. Dan Foreman taking his top off of the crowd.
He doesn't do it.
And he walks off. He unbuttoned one button.
Here's Stuttering John.
Here comes Stuttering John. Look at the crowd going nuts. It's going to be great. Stuttering John, a Yale graduate, in a monkey suit. The crowd loves him.
Very good ovation for John.
The crowd showing their appreciation for Stuttering John, who has given so much great radio interviewing and stuttering over the years. And now here goes Gary.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, a crowd pleaser. Baba Booey. They love him.
I don't know who won that contest.
Baba Booey. I don't know if anybody in the audience knew who they were. All right, Scott, bring down the crowd, and we'll get out to them again in a couple of minutes. The crowd will go wild, Robin, when we go out there.
Oh, yes.
There will be
Just
definitely.
wait till they see the king of all media.
And there's lots of women ripping their tops off. It's completely out of control. I got to take a break here. When we come back, I see some of the women here who are going to be escorting us out on stage. They're out there in their sashes, Robin, as you can see.
I see.
They look quite beautiful. We can meet Flo's girlfriend. I want to talk to some of the song parody winners because we certainly want to get them prepared for what's going to go on out there. You know, Robin, a lot of people are not used to getting up in front of thousands of people.
Well, they seem to be prepared. One guy's even in a costume of his own.
Oh, is that right? Is that guy one of the song parody winners?
Yes.
He is, yes, he is dressed in a Pope's outfit. And quite frankly, it's nicer than mine.
We should have had him do the costume.
Yeah. Hey, Ralph, why don't you take a lesson from that guy? And John, who got the... I sensed that Gary won that.
I thought John won it.
Really?
Well, I couldn't tell if mine were booze or Baba Booey.
You know who you're like? Bruce Springsteen, in a way. Because when they go out there, they have Bruce.
So it sounds
Baba
like
Booey.
a boo.
That's
John
right.
got a pretty big cheer.
All right, and let's take a break. We'll come back, and we'll meet everyone. We're here at the Palace Theater. We're minutes away from a press conference, an exciting press conference. All of Los Angeles media here to cover the event.
Yes.
I'm sure
50 people from the press, did they say?
over 50 people from the press alone, from all over the country, as a matter of fact, Robin.
It's international.
Because everything we do is important. We are here to claim #1 status. It is unprecedented, never been done before, to be #1 on both coasts at the same time, Robin. And we are here to take our rightful place. We have brought down Mark and Brian. They said that they were more talented than the idiot zookeeper in Philadelphia. And the truth of it is,
turns out
they are less talented.
They were wrong.
They were wrong. We'll be back right after these words from the Palace Theater.
Los Angeles honors her successful media demigod. Howard Stern, king of all he surveys, will return after this.
Howard Stern, superstar. Don't let the FCC screw you far.
The celebration of the Stern Empire continues. From Los Angeles, Howard Stern's funeral for Mark and Brainless. Here's king of all media, Howard Stern.
All right, thank you. And it's exciting to be here at the Palace Theater. We're about an hour away from taking the stage. Get down here. The girls are going wild in the crowd. Look at the crowd now. Now it truly is Woodstock out there. Look at it.
There's gotta be.
Everybody couldn't wait for the funeral. We told you when we became #1, we would be in Los Angeles and do the funeral.
And not only that, we said we would throw the biggest party
Yes.
you have ever seen.
Yes. Hey, let me lead the crowd in a chant just to see. Even though we're inside the theater, I can see them on a TV monitor. Let's see how it starts. You guys repeat after me. They seem to be able to hear me now in real time,
Oh,
Robin.
good. Okay.
All right, here we go. Let me pick the appropriate one.
Hey, hey, hey.
No, I'll get the right one.
Okay.
How about, here we go. You ready, Robin?
I'm ready.
All right. Mark and Brian. Their two drips. Kiss each other. On the lips. Yes. Yes. I can see there's going to be a lot of reciting out there, Robin.
A lot of responsive reading.
Yes.
It'll be like church.
Howard is king. Robin is queen. Those two dopes ran out of steam. There it is.
How come I feel like Willard Scott at the Rose Parade or something?
Yeah, I think it's sort of turning into the event of the century. It truly is, and it's exciting. And we will take the stage in an hour. Everyone sit tight. We are going to go through the press conference, and then we will be out there. The chariot, and Jessica Hahn, I believe, is out there slipping into her outfit.
Is she getting into her outfit?
And by the way, some of the women leading the chariot, we have beautiful women who evidently are here. Where are these women from, Baba Booey?
From Bailey's 2020, which is a gentleman's club, not to be confused with a strip club.
I see. And what is a gentleman's club, ladies?
What do the gentlemen do?
Captain Crean's.
What's gentleman's club?
Well, it's in Orange County.
No, what is a gentleman's
You're
club?
asking too tough a question.
Confused with the strip club, just like you said.
What's the difference between a gentleman's club and a strip club?
Basically none, but we're just telling you.
Basically, they don't let...
Yeah, you still take your clothes off, right?
And basically, you guys take your clothes off.
Dining, elegant dancers, you
Yeah.
know, that get up and entertain you in long gowns and.
Yeah. And hey, let me ask you girls something. You look like party girls. Have you guys ever been to a party at Magic Johnson's house before all this stuff happened? Any of you ever been there?
The blonde's eyes got whitest.
Yeah. Did you? You never been to Magic Johnson's house?
Me.
I don't know, man.
It sounds like we're being deceived.
Now, I understand you girls last night for our video cameras actually put on a wild lesbian orgy show. Is that true?
It was all for you, Howard.
And you guys all get it on with one another in this? I can't wait to see the videotape we're making.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Can't wait for you to see it either.
So you guys all enjoy girls, huh? You like that
love
kind?
each other.
You love
It
each
sounds
other.
like you're.
That's my name.
What? What is your name? Oh, never mind. I don't think I want to know your name.
You don't need to know her name.
Yeah, I don't want to know your name, honey.
But it all sounds like you're really good friends.
Yes.
Very,
Really
very, very good.
You girls look like you
We're
met on
tight.
the. You girls look like you met on one of those love phone things. By the way, let's meet. Robin, the other night, Sunday night, in my hotel room, I had a lesbian show put on for me.
That's
Those two
right,
girls are here. They want to say hello, guys. You remember it, King of
Your
Mars.
lesbian twins?
My
or
lesbian sisters. They're here right now. And what is your name again?
Charity.
Charity. And what is your
Hope.
name? Hope. Charity and Hope.
Charity.
And
Oh,
don't forget their brother, Freedom.
Yeah, Freedom. Right.
What happened to Faith?
It was the weirdest lesbian show. You know, like in New York, like when there's a lesbian show, girls just take off their clothes and they start stripping and stuff and
Right.
doing weird stuff to each other. These two made us sit, me, Jackie, Fred, Leslie West,
Don't forget Leslie.
Dan Foreman,
Don't forget Leslie with that hair. That great
Yeah.
hairdo we love.
and we're sitting in the room, Robin.
Yeah.
And they start doing this lesbian show, except first they go, if any of you guys talk or laugh during the lesbian show, we will stop. It was like school. What was it? It's not even a lesbian show. It's like what is it?
It's a lesson, a lesbian lesson.
It was a lesbian lesson, right?
It was like going to a class at the Learning Annex because
Yeah.
first we did questions.
So we did questions, and then Baba
You had to
Booey.
raise your hand.
Baba Booey had endless lesbian questions.
Oh, come on, how many
You
of
just
those?
wanted to get to the entertainment.
And how
He
many of
kept
those
asking
questions?
And I was embarrassed to ask the questions, so I'd whisper them to Baba Booey, and he would ask them. All of Baba Booey's questions were basically mine.
Gary, ask them if they're satisfied.
Now, I heard something strange, like they were wearing pantyhose.
Yeah, it was a little weird, because the taller blonde one was wearing pantyhose, which is maybe the most unsexy thing. You know, you got to learn about guys a little bit. Guys don't dig
I
pantyhose.
don't trust you, Howard.
Yeah, like I was going to do something in front of all those guys. And then your short little sister over there, she was pretty forthcoming. She was pretty naked.
Thanks.
And then all of a sudden, they asked the question-answer thing, and then all of a sudden, we have to sit there dead quiet, and if anybody starts laughing, they
And
get
you had
annoyed.
to raise your hand.
And then afterwards, we had to raise our hand for more question-and-answer period.
Because
hey,
I
Dan,
was in another room and I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to know how long it
Yeah,
was
why
going to be.
didn't you let Robin in?
I would have let her in.
It wasn't that they didn't let me in, but
Yeah.
I came and listened at the door.
Yeah.
Did not.
I did.
She did, because she was using the Stairmaster in my room that Andy put in there as a joke. What?
And I was like, this doesn't sound like a party. They're all sitting there and everybody was quiet, and then I'd hear one person say something.
I thought the little one was faking the orgasm, personally. Yeah, I saw through that, but it was pretty cool. Do that again. Do your sexual thing there.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew it.
It's the same sound, huh?
Believe me, I know fake orgasms. My wife's been doing it for years. So anyway, those are the two girls from the lesbian show, and it was like really strange. Dan, wasn't it strange? Seriously, come here, come over to this microphone and tell everyone how strange it was. Come here, I'll let you out. Seriously, wasn't it weird?
It was very weird.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Thank Thank you for sharing.
Who's this blonde in the miniskirt?
She's a woman who she's a woman who teaches other women how to be lesbians.
Really?
You give a seminar on how to be, like, if my wife wanted to learn how to be a lesbian?
I teach her very well.
And you are...
You mean there's not enough lesbians, so we have to...
Oh, no, there's never enough. I think every woman should have a lesbian experience.
Pretty difficult curriculum, huh?
The word is on my
she's
rundown.
Cute, too.
She indoctrinates them.
Now, are you a full-fledged lesbian?
No, actually, I'm a bisexual.
I see.
Would you do us a favor and teach Steve Rossi how to be a lesbian?
Oh, sure.
He would like to learn.
Can men enroll in your class?
He has a lot of free time.
Can men enroll in your class?
Yeah.
Sure. I have a lot of times men call me and have me come over and teach their girlfriends.
So you show up in that mini skirt, like, I mean, she's really cute. You show up at a guy's house and his wife is there, and you engage in lesbian stuff.
Yes.
And you call it like a seminar.
Right. Well, I'm teaching them how to make love.
That's hooking.
Sensually.
That's hooking, right?
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of hooking.
Enough with these lessons already.
Yeah, everyone's with lessons. I was looking for a lesbian, so I'm getting lessons.
A lot of women aren't real comfortable with just going to another woman and saying, well, you make love to me.
Oh, I see. So they get lessons, lesbian lessons.
Not lessons. You just make love.
I see. What is it, Flo?
Has she taught you?
I think you should see what's hanging between her skirt, Howard.
What is that?
She's got
jewels
hanging here.
Let's see.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really...
Oh, my goodness.
Thanks for pointing that out, Flo. By the way, that's Flo, Flo and Eddie, who will be performing today. And Flo, of course, was married when he came to work as a disc jockey in New York.
Well, he's trying to get untangled now. I think you're still married.
Flo, are you still married?
I am.
Flo is cheating on his wife more than anybody in the world in New York. How many girlfriends did you have?
In New York?
In New York.
You know, it was a few.
And Flo's not like
it was a few.
Flo had like 3 regulars.
Yeah.
Because
Gary used to go out with all of them.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then at the Hungerthon that year, when you were doing the Hungerthon, you went into that little trailer outside and had a humpathon outside. Now, who's the lovely lady who's now been seduced by your charms?
Hi.
Hi. How old are you?
31.
Oh, yeah? And how did you meet Flo?
He came in for a tuna sandwich.
Yeah, and he told you he was the... Did you recognize him from the Turtles?
No.
I guess nobody recognizes Flo anymore.
Yeah, really. He has to tell people.
She owns a health food store that Flo happened upon one day.
Do you know Flo is a womanizer?
And you don't mind that he's going to cheat on you?
He's going to cheat on you, you know. Do you mind that?
Huh?
He's gonna. I know him.
No, honey, I won't.
Sure.
Do you mind that he is going to cheat on you?
Answer the question. You're under witness here.
No.
You don't
mind?
No.
Oh, then you might last.
When you have a man as great as Flo, you don't mind sharing him with the world. Hey, by the way, another person I want to introduce is Billy West, who's going to be out on stage as Larry Fine.
Oh.
Where is Larry Fine? He will be making a short 30-second speech. Larry, come on over here and say a few words right now before I start the press conference.
All right. It's real early in the morning. I haven't taken a dump yet.
Right.
If Mo were alive today...
Oh, you're doing your speech now?
No, I'm not doing a speech
Oh,
now.
you're making a statement.
I'm making a statement.
All right, go ahead, Larry.
If Mo were alive today, he'd take the Mark and Brian, those two untalented heads, and bang them together, and he might even reach over and slap Steve Rossi.
All right, thank you, Larry Fine. Let's hope you prepared your speech a little better than that. All right, very good. Don't be talking extemporaneously on stage. Larry Fine, ladies and gentlemen. I have to take a short break, and then when we come back, we will allow the press to come in, address us.
All right.
They are here to cover this event, this once-in-a-lifetime event.
And I suppose they'll have a lot of questions.
Let me hear the crowd right now. Scott, juice them up.
They look even bigger.
It looks full out there. There are women wildly ripping their tops off out there. There is partying going on. There are couples meeting. It is a family, Robin, out there. It is like Woodstock. In fact, we just got our first report. A child was born this morning.
Really?
That's right.
Oh, congratulations.
A baby was just born, and they named the baby Howard right there. And it's very exciting.
It was a girl, but they named her Howard anyway.
What's the difference? They're excited. All right, we'll be back from the Palace Theater. Get on down here. You still got some time. And be part of the big celebration as I guillotine Mark and Brian's heads. Mark and Brainless right after these words.
When you gonna go back to Nebraska?
Triumphal, successful, and victorious. LA's new superstar, Howard Stern, will return with the funeral for the two losers after this.
This half Jew's here to stay. Now Stern, like Moses, lead the way.
It's a tribute to the demigod of LA and New York, Howard Stern's funeral for Mark and Doucheface. Here's radio genius Howard Stern.
Robin, I don't know if you can see the crowd out there on the television monitor. We are not outside yet. We will take to the stage shortly, but can you see the sun breaking over the crowd in the back?
Yes, that's beautiful.
It is wild. Hello out there. We can see you, and we will be out there shortly to take our rightful place. By the way, Dan Foreman was just out there. And what is going on out there, Dan?
The crowd is taking on a whole new dimension. During the breaks, they're now having competitions where guys are hoisting girls on their shoulders, and if they take their tops off, they get a big cheer, and if they refuse to do it, they're all booed.
I see. There's a lot of hijinks out there, a lot of people socializing and mixing. There they are. They're booing right now.
Booing some girl right
Jackie's more amazing. I mean, I know I look bad, but Jackie, I've never seen anything like this.
Jackie's outfit has just been put on. His court jester outfit will surely please the crowd, but I think the award goes to Robin's outfit. And also Stuttering John's. He has giant flying monkey wings, and he will be out there in full regalia. Also, let me say a quick hello. Gary, what is it?
Scott, are we ready to bring the press in? The press.
Yes, I am ready for the press, and I also want to introduce to the crowd very briefly here before you bring in the press, Gary.
Yeah.
My agent, super agent Don Buchwald, who is in attendance, who has been working behind the scenes to make sure everything goes well. Don, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling terrific.
All right.
Always wanted a boy, and it's like a bar mitzvah.
Right. It's like you have a son today.
You're
all
my
right. Very.
boy.
All right, Don. Just calm down. What the hell did he just say? All right, Don. Thank you, Don Buchwald, super agent.
Scott, you can bring in the press, please.
All right. Now you are about to listen to a press conference.
Yes.
This is a no holds barred.
It'll be interesting to see how they treat you now,
Now,
Howard.
I understand that the Filipino press is here.
Oh, good. Oh, good. The Filipino press.
Well, I just want to say, the first press conference was when we entered Los Angeles.
Yes.
And we're told by the press that we certainly wouldn't make it.
Right.
I wonder how they'll respond today.
Well, that's part of my opening statement, as a matter of fact, Robin, because the press were one of the naysayers.
Yes, if you will.
They said that it was impossible for us to maintain or, in fact, they didn't even think we'd get into the top 10.
I recall them saying things like, well, Los Angeles is not New York.
Oh, yes.
We are different.
Well, let's remind them of that.
Howard, can you see the
endlessly.
size of the press?
Yes, I see the
Look
size
at
of the
that.
press. All media is here. King of all media, ready to greet
And
the press.
they're all running in, vying for position.
Yes, make sure you get those mics up so we can hear the cameras clicking and the audience at home can share in the excitement surrounding this event. Now the video camera crews are up front.
Jockeying for position.
Everyone jockeying for position for the stupidest media hero in history. This makes no sense, Robin.
Photographers muscling their way in.
Yes. As you know, I've had a media blackout in the last couple of weeks, Robin.
That's right. No one can get to you.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I was chased by several reporters over the last couple of weeks for various reasons.
You are a mystery man for some reason.
Yes, I am, Robin. I eluded all of the press. And I'll tell you the truth, while I'm here to talk to the press, I am really here for my fans. As you can see out in that parking lot, those are the people I came here for.
That's right.
They're the ones who supported us. They were the ones who enjoyed the show, and they always...
They were the ones who ignored your articles.
That's right. You guys ignored the articles. The crowd knows what I'm talking about. They know good entertainment. The press tends to be a little bit snobby, a little bit full of themselves. By the way, one of the big events happening out there, I understand there might be a police helicopter flying over that is going to make a broadcast a special message to us.
That would be beautiful.
While we are on stage in about 45 minutes.
I understand there's going to be a big police presence here.
Yes, big police presence. The police love us because we support them, Robin, and we like when they beat people in the streets.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
Stop with
well,
the beating.
The beatings are good, believe me.
As long as they're just doing their job.
That's all. They were just doing their job. Actually, the police told me they'll be flying over to look down Robin's front of the dress. Gary, the press is here, and they're anxious to ask questions. Why don't you allow that to happen?
Okay, press, if you would just raise your hand.
Gary, maybe I should also address the press first.
Okay, Howard's going to address you first, and then raise your hand, and we'll field questions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the press, my statement is brief. As you can see, the queen of all media is here, Robin Quivers, Jackie Joke Page Martling, and, of course, king of all Mars, Fred Norris. We are an unlikely group to take the #1 status in Los Angeles. That is what you said. You looked us over a year ago, and you said it would be impossible to unseat Mark and Brian. Some of the comments were, Mark and Brian are funnier. Mark and Brian, Los Angeles people like people from Los Angeles. You had a million reasons.
Los Angeles love Mark and Brian. They are loved.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, how fortunate for you to be here. My every word is history. Every show I do is classic. And this event, yes, this event is an all-time show business highlight. When have you ever seen so much excitement in jaded Los Angeles? You know, Los Angeles is a funny place, Robin. There are all kinds of Hollywood celebrities, and yet This is the biggest media event of the year.
Turn out for us, Howard.
Bask in my glory, respect my total domination of the media. Basically, humble yourselves before me. Now, are there any stupid questions from the press? Thank you.
Okay, do you have any questions? Let's start with you. Identify yourself, please.
Michelle Tavoy from Variety. People say that you may just be a flash in the pan like Andrew Dice Clay. How do you feel about that?
I find it peculiar that people would even still say that. I've been on New York radio for the past 10 years?
No, it's 11.
It's 11 years. I've maintained the #1 status in New York for 11 years. I've been #1 in Philadelphia now for 5 years. I am not a flash in the pan. I will sit down. I will give up my crown, Robin, many years from now. The audience never gets tired of me. They love me, don't you? Let me hear the audience. Those are my people. I will be around longer than Variety itself, the newspaper. Thank you.
Hey, Howard?
Yes?
There's sort of a lot of subplots here. I think there's these people from Fox that have been chasing us around for a couple of weeks.
Yes, well, they're allowed to address me today. They're doing it properly. They're coming to a press conference.
Howard, I'm Penny Crone with Fox out of New York City, and
Yes.
I have been looking for you for at least 2 weeks.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Well, now you found him.
I have found you.
Well, now you are doing it properly,
Why
Penny.
are you so difficult to talk with? I mean, I just wanted an interview with you.
Penny, listen to your voice sometime, because even you annoy inanimate objects.
I don't think I annoy them as much as you do.
I'm going to tell you something, sweetheart. I am no fan of Fox. I am no fan of what goes on there. I am certainly no fan of A Current Affair and the kind of crap journalism they do over there.
But you know, you
Fox
hide
News
behind
is a
your
joke.
microphone constantly.
Sweetheart,
you
I
never
don't
come out from behind that
Sweetheart,
microphone.
it's not my job to talk to the press. I'm not the president of the United
Well,
States.
you sure think you are.
Well, sweetheart, you evidently do, because you follow me around all day. What kind of job is that?
I get paid a lot of money to do it.
Yeah, well, you did it pretty bad. You couldn't get me, could you?
Fans that waited outside for you yesterday for 4 hours in the cold, and you
Yeah.
couldn't even say hello to them.
Oh,
You
you're
had to
worried
jump
about
into
that,
your
aren't
limo.
you? Yeah.
You don't care about your fans. Why don't you go out and speak with them and with reporters?
Sweetheart, I don't care about my fans, and I certainly don't care about you. And I'm going to tell you something. This is some journalistic question. This is some kind of report you're doing. I've never seen such a dopey report.
When did she start to care about
If I
our
wasn't
fans so
getting
much?
paid the money I'm
why do you
getting-
care about
if
my
I
fans
wasn't
so
getting
much?
paid the money I'm getting, I wouldn't be standing here right now.
Yeah, I don't think you care about your fans too much. What did Edgar Rosenberg die from at Fox Television, huh? When Joan Rivers lost her husband and he was driven insane. What do they care about that? Don't tell me about my fans. Hey, my fans, do I care about you?
You didn't get too much of a response on that one, did
Sounded
you?
like a no.
Give it another shot.
Oh, you're so stupid. Thank you. You're really very stupid. You know that? You're just too dumb for words. You're a
Right now, is it going to make or break Howard Stern?
I am only getting more famous from all the press. I am constantly getting bigger and bigger.
All of your favorite people are here today. Hard copy, Fox.
Yeah, all hard copy and Fox and all those goofy little reports that you do and all the
Hi,
negative
I'd like to
reports.
ask
You
another
can't do a
question.
report about that I might have some talent, that I've got millions and millions of fans. That
Howard,
you can't do.
I'd like to ask another question. Are you upset? You're #1 in LA.
How did you get your job?
Are you
How did you get your
upset
job?
in LA? Howard, I don't think that's necessary to ask me questions.
Have you ever dated anyone in your organization at Hard Copy?
Are you?
I'm asking you a question. Have you ever dated anyone in your
I don't
organization?
think that you need to upset me, Howard.
Have
I'm
you ever
asking
dated anyone in your organization?
Are you now
I
that
am
you're
asking you a
#1
question.
in Los Angeles?
Have
Are
you-
you having problems with the Hollywood press agent?
With the Hollywood press agent?
Yeah, Hollywood press agents, Hollywood publicists. Are they letting
Darling,
their clients come on your show?
I have had no problem. I'm going to tell you something. The great thing about me is I don't need any guests. I don't need any Hollywood press people. They can all screw themselves. My success has not come from them, and I am a man of the people. I go on and do my show. If somebody wants to show up and do my show, fine. Then they're my friends. If press agents keep people off my show, they're my enemies, and my enemies will go down.
Are you having problems getting A-list celebrity guests?
No.
No, unless you consider Joan Rivers, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone B-list.
Bob Hope.
Alec Baldwin.
Are they going to be on your television show on E?
Oh, on E you're asking about. Yes, Gary Shandling is my first guest on E. We have many people booked, like Joan Rivers and some of the names I just mentioned.
Do you consider Gary Shandling and Joan Rivers A-list celebrities?
Oh, I think they're pretty well known.
Are
Yeah.
you holding the list? Could you let us see it?
Yeah, what is the A-list? Tell me the A-list, and I'll tell you if they're coming.
Howard, we might as well go for the hat trick. This is yet another annoying reporter. She was camped out in front of our station last week from KCOP.
Well, you know what? I got to take a break here. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll get to your first question, okay? Right after these words.
We'll return to the funeral for Mark and Nitwit with media potentate Howard Stern after these messages.
Mark and
rejoices in the defeat of Mark and Jackass. Here's Howard Stern.
Thank you, Robin. We're here at the Palace Theater. We are moments away from going outside, greeting our fans. I'm looking at the outdoor picture on our TV monitor there. The crowd has filled up.
I'm looking at a sea of people.
The crowd is spilling out onto the streets at this point, and it is growing with all of our fans rejoicing. We are here with the press, and I got to say, I got to make an observation to the press. All the female reporters go out of their way. I think H. Ross Perot was correct. The female reporters go out of their way to be particularly, like, they want to be ball busters or something.
Argumentative.
Like the lady from Fox didn't even have a question. Her question was, why do you avoid me?
Why do you not avoid me?
But that's stupid. I mean, that's a stupid question. My job isn't to be available to the press every day.
Yes, somehow she has it equated with doing caring for your fans is doing an interview with her.
This is what I mean. And these are the people who shape these stories every day. And forget about the stories on me. They're the people who shape the news and present it to other people. And that's what frightens me most. Go ahead, Gary. What? Put on Gary's microphone, Scott.
The other thing that they do is, knowing that I'm holding the mic, they wave and then wink. You know, they sort of give you a little sexy wink.
Oh, is that right?
I'm here I am.
Yeah, well, the lady from Fox, I don't understand her logic at all. All right, go ahead, Gary.
Okay, this is the woman who was stalking us last week from KCOP.
All right, KCOP, Los Angeles. Hello.
So how far are you going to go before you get muzzled? Is the FCC going to pull the plug on you?
I don't know. That's up to them. That is their job to decide what should be done with me. And then, of course, the courts will decide. As far as what I do, I don't find anything indecent or obscene by what I do, and I continue to do it. That's all.
Well, you push the limits. How far are you going to push?
I'm not pushing any limits. I'm doing what's constitutionally proper. That's all.
Who do you think ought to control the airwaves then?
I think the people ought to control the airwaves. Put the people up on the microphone there and let the people say, who should control the airwaves? We live in a free society, and as soon as people start telling other people what they can listen to and read, I would like to see some of the members of the press come out and understand that concept. They seem to have trouble with it. They're not sure where they stand on that. I can't believe it.
They don't care what happens. They
No,
just report on it.
they don't care.
Are you the litmus test for the rest of broadcasting? The rest...
At this point, I am broadcasting. Whatever market we go to, we're number one. That's the end of it. Of course, we're the litmus test. We're the only test because we're the only game in town. By the way, to my friend Doug Podell, who's here, the program director of our Cleveland affiliate, Cleveland is next for number one status. We'll be appearing there for the funeral very soon for Jeff and Flash and that other imbecile Lanigan with the roving eye. Go ahead, Gary. Next question.
Okay,
There's a lot of people with questions. Go ahead.
Longtime friend of the show, Claudia Puig. What paper are you with?
I'm with the LA Times. Howard, just to follow up on that FCC question, you may be number one. However, there are crusaders like Al Westcott in Las Vegas and other people who seem to be jumping on this bandwagon, and they want to shut you down. Could this be you may be at the pinnacle now? Could this be the beginning of the
It's
end?
fine with me. If they shut me down, let them do it. That's it. So that'll be the end of it. What do I care? What do I care at this point? I'll do my show, and if they want to shut me down, they can shut me down. There's no way I can fight that.
What are you supposed to do about it?
What am I supposed to do about it, Claudia?
Well, you have other options and
I have other career opportunities. I'm starting a film career. We're working on that. I announced yesterday that I'm working with Jonathan Lawton, the guy who wrote Pretty Woman, and also Under Siege, and we're going to be coming out with a movie in a year. What can I do? If people don't want me on radio, if they don't want to fight for me, that's fine. I'll step down. I don't care.
Ultimately, is that what you really want to do, be in the movies and TV?
No, I love doing this. I love doing the radio show, but if that's what happens, if this is what the people want, then I'll step down. Because,
do you think that's going to happen?
Well, the government reflects the mood of the people, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, Howard, this is the Filipino press. They've been waiting.
Yes, hello. Filipino press. Filipino press, by the way, has been slandering my good name recently. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Valerie Slaughter Bejarano. I'm from LA Filipino Bulletin.
Yes.
And I came here today with my son to try to understand a meeting of minds between two cultures. I've been told that you're not a racist, that you're a satirist.
That's true.
Does that then justify saying that we eat our young and sell our daughters into prostitution? And
Never said it. By the way, did you hear the tape of what I said on the radio? Probably
no, but
not.
I'd love to get a copy of it.
And isn't it great? And isn't the Filipino press fantastic that they don't understand the freedoms of the press in this country?
Understand the best and the worst of this country. And you know what, Howard?
What happened when? What happened?
I will have to defend you.
Excuse me, honey. This is the United States of America. We've got freedoms here you can't even imagine over in the Philippines. We are allowed to talk in this country. We're allowed to offer our opinions. My opinions are those of one person, Howard Stern. That's it. That doesn't mean it's the truth. There happens to be a large amount of prostitution in the Philippines. Maybe you ought to open your eyes to it.
Prostitution right outside.
So then what are you worried about? So what did I say that's wrong?
That we sell our daughters daughters into prostitution.
By the way, that happens a lot in the Philippines. That happens a lot in the Philippines. And I'm allowed to say it, honey. You don't get it.
Yes, you're allowed to say it.
Of course I'm allowed to say it. Well,
it hurts people.
Darling, then clean up the act in the Philippines. What do you want from me? What do you mean it hurts people to say that there's prostitution in the Philippines?
No, it hurts people.
And if you ever heard me say they eat their young, I said it sarcastically, and I said I'm making a goof joke. Come on, get with it and get with the sense of humor. You know what's amazing about you, darling? You really shouldn't live here. You should live in the Philippines where your government controls everything people say. And if you can't...
excuse me, are you a news reporter, Howard?
Evidently.
Or, are you a comedian?
Sweetheart, if I was the President of the United States, you'd have reason for concern.
He's certainly not a reporter.
Oh, thank you. That's what I want to tell my people, that he's a comedian and that
well, good. Go tell him, honey. Go tell him. And you know what?
Well, now we've had a meeting of the minds.
Excuse me, darling, from the Philippines. Your son, how old is he?
He's 12.
He is 12. Why isn't he in school today?
Because I thought this was a wonderful learning experience.
No, you know what? You got a lot to learn about learning experiences, my dear.
I'm a teacher, Howard.
You're a teacher. Why aren't you in school today, then? Why aren't you in school?
I thought somebody should speak for us.
Why don't you go to school today?
It would have been very easy to keep us out. I appreciate
Why don't you go back
your
to the
organization letting me in and having this
Absolutely.
moment.
They're going to see Malcolm X after this.
Yeah, go see Malcolm X, and I would suggest your 12-year-old boy go to school and learn the golden rule and learn about the freedoms.
And tell him all about this.
And learn about the freedoms in this country and forget about it.
I appreciate the freedoms in this country.
Who was the guy who stepped off the plane and got shot?
That guy, Aquino.
President Aquino. Let's talk about that. All right, thank you.
I doubt if you know anything about Ninoy Aquino.
I know enough about him to know that he shouldn't have stepped off that plane into the Philippines.
That's one thing you do know.
That's right. And by the way, we enjoy certain freedoms in this country, ma'am, and you have every right to express your opinion, and if the police are here, cuff her.
Good morning, Howard.
Yes.
My name is Mary Grady. I'm with KCAL here in Los Angeles.
You are sweet looking.
That morning.
Look at you.
I don't know if you remember. At the time, you said it was going to take you a year to beat Mark and Brian. Took you a little bit longer than that,
Took us 1 year, my darling. It took us 1 year to beat Mark and Brian. 1 year to the day. And if you want to back that up, let's bring up Andy Bloom, the program director. I mean, certainly, I don't think you're going to quibble over a few days, but I believe we might even come under a year, believe it or not. Where is Andy?
You know, we've been talking to some of your fans outside.
Darling, do you realize what I accomplished here with Robin and Jackie and Fred? Do you I mean, you're going to quibble over a few days?
No,
we,
not
in
at all.
1 year,
Not at all,
from
but
New York, beat your top morning show. I mean, for goodness sakes, is there nothing positive to be said about that? Jeez. Are all of those people in the parking lot insane that they listen to us, and you guys are so much smarter than them?
No, you know, it's interesting. The people in the parking lot, a lot of them, when you talk to them, you say, well, you must be here because you love Howard Stern. And they say, no, you know, actually, I don't really love him. I really don't like him, but
they're just drawn here?
Oh, I see. So you did your own survey of the thousands of people in this parking lot, and now you know that they're not here because they like me. They just came here because they hate me. I see. Okay, very good.
Because they hate you, maybe
You are, you know what? You are a very beautiful woman who I suspect got her job through her looks.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. You're a sex pot, and I don't know if that question is valid.
You said in 1991 that your goal was to
My goal is to get into your pants.
That's 1993, I guess.
That's my 93 goal.
To be on satellite all over the country.
It is,
What
and
about other expansion plans as far as other radio markets?
You like men, right? Are you a heterosexual?
What about plans? What about plans for other radio stations?
By the end of 1993, I will be in over 200 cities in the United States of America.
Going to be #1 in all of those?
Probably, yes. I can't think of anybody out there who can beat us.
Okay.
By the way, I have your information for you. The first day that we went on, July 25th, 1991, we were #1.
She's not even listening.
Oh, okay.
She
Well,
walked away.
we were #1 well within inside a year. I got to take a break for spots, and we'll get to some more
I was
press.
just handed this note, Howard. Hollywood Howard.
Yes.
Hollywood Boulevard is shut down.
Hollywood Boulevard is shut down. With all the people who don't like me. Hollywood Boulevard is officially shut down. The crowd out there is amazing. We are coming to you. Give us one more section with the press, and then we are coming out. I don't want to keep the fans waiting. And the festivities will begin right after these words.
More funeral for Mark and Douchehead with the king of all LA and the media, Howard Stern, after this.
You notice the caliber of the...
I am very impressed.
Yes.
With the press.
Welcome, Howard.
Thank you, Fred. Fred, I don't think you've been that hostile to us.
No, he's been pretty good.
Yeah, Fred's been pretty good.
For a long time.
Thank you.
Have you had any response from Mark and Brian of any kind?
Of course not. They're two pussies. They never would go on the air with me. Anytime they want to face me and they want to come to me and explain to me how they stole all my material and thought they were going to get away with it, I'd love to hear that explanation right here on the air. And when they come and bow down before me, I will tell them what city they're allowed to go to broadcast, because they're through in Los Angeles. Their ratings are only going to get worse, just like the Philadelphia Zookeeper. Everybody's wise to their bogus act. Yes, go ahead, Gary. Move it around so everyone gets some
Howard,
questions.
good morning. Larry Barron from CNN.
From CNN?
CNN?
Yes.
Yes, the world.
This will go around the world.
Around the world. We have world coverage at the big press conference. This is stupid. This is just getting really stupid. Yes?
Howard, Broadcasting Magazine is reporting this week that the president of Infinity felt the need to apologize to FCC Chairman Sykes for your wish that he would die of cancer. What's your reaction to that?
By the way, I don't apologize to anybody for anything I ever say. I just go on the radio and do it, and I don't understand why all the sensitivities, quite frankly. I'll tell you the truth. I said what I said, and nobody else has to apologize for me.
Okay, also, we're curious about the sales figures for your new video. Do you have any statistics yet?
Certainly won't disclose them, but it's a very hot-selling video. 1-800-52-STERN has caught the nation's attention. Butt Bongo Fiesta is a large-selling videotape. It's very successful with 3D video. And, of course, Jessica Hahn is Jungle Woman Robin, tribute to Vagina.
And guess who's the Jew?
It has really caught the nation's fascination.
Thank you for reminding us.
Yes, thank you.
1-800-52-STERN.
We owe you a free tape.
Howard.
Yes.
I'm David Riggleman from KVBC TV in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Just went on the air there. How long before you're number one there? And if so, are you going to do something like this?
In two ratings books, we will be number one in Las Vegas. Two ratings books, two full ratings books, we will be number one, which will take about 6 months to come out.
Howard, the competition there says no way, because you're in New York and Las Vegas is kind of a close-knit community.
Well, you tell me. Has it ever failed anywhere else? Philadelphia, number one. Washington, D.C.
Is there a seal over Las Vegas? Haven't they heard what happened in the rest of the country?
Let me tell you something about Las Vegas. They're very disloyal people. You know, the place is filled with gamblers and mafiosa.
I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah, I don't trust them. Who else is here?
Hi, I'm Carrie Borzillo from Billboard Magazine.
Yes, Billboard Magazine, the industry's trade paper. Go ahead.
Thank you. Back in the 80s, you used the Zeros Howard Stern theme song for a few years.
That is correct.
I'm wondering why you're not using their new version of that song.
Not the right time to do it, I guess. You know, it just doesn't seem to hit the spot.
I believe that's the reporter that your agent hung up on once.
Right. By the way, my agent, Don Buchwald, is out there. Most of you have been hung up on by him, and he's there to see him in the flesh.
Hi, Howard. I'm Craig Brown from the LACC Collegian.
Yes.
And I'd like to ask you...
That sounds like a college newspaper.
It is.
Oh, my. Well, that sort of ruined everything. I think it might be time to go outside at this point. By the way, Hollywood Boulevard is closed down, and we are coming out in just a couple of minutes.
Given the recent success of Malcolm X, do you plan on attending the filming now?
I believe Malcolm X will have limited success, and also I will not attend Spike Lee's movies. I'm not a fan of Spike Lee. I'm not a fan of his politics. I don't consider myself a white devil, and I don't think us white devils should go see his movie.
Well, I did tell you I went to see the movie.
And you enjoyed it.
It is brilliant.
From everyone I've heard,
brilliant film.
From everyone I've heard, beside what our own Robin Quivers says, the first hour is insufferable.
It's a very good film, Howard. As long as you have a good meal and go to the restroom first, you'll enjoy it.
I see.
Hi, Howard. I'm Ann Villasenor from Hot Spots Magazine.
Hot Spots Magazine?
Yes.
Of course, that has to do with women's private parts, isn't that
No,
correct?
Howard. I think it's one of those nightclub rags.
Oh, really? Because I have a Hot Spots in my office. Really is kind of wild.
Congratulations on your video. I've seen it once.
Thank you very much.
And I just want to know, what famous couple do you want to see but Mongo?
Well, quite frankly, you and me would be just fine. Are you Oriental?
Famous.
You are Oriental?
Filipino, but I'm not with a Filipino friend.
I see. You're very nice. And how old are you?
23.
And your father didn't sell you into sexual slavery, did he?
She ran away.
Yeah, she ran away. All right, very good. One more question, then I'm going out to the fans.
Howard, John Johnston from A Current Affair.
Yes.
Is all of this frightening for you?
Frightening? No, of course not. Why would it be frightening? It's a little, I gotta say, it's escalated.
It's overwhelming.
Some days I go through the day and I can't believe how much attention is paid to me. I find it quite fascinating that I am the subject of attention.
It's added a little bit of a burden. You're now a role model.
Yes, I am a role model.
Think about the way you carry yourself now.
That is correct, Robin. In fact, I did my hair 3 times last night.
Howard, if you had a chance to do Current Affair your way, what way would you do it? You're so critical of the show.
Current Affair is filled with libelous, slanderous reports. You guys do a lot of irresponsible reporting. I think it's fascinating that that woman who anchors the thing is screaming about the fact that she was raped and she wants to be handled with sensitivity, and yet she doesn't handle anybody with sensitivity on that program. It masquerades as a news program.
Howard,
It is libelous.
Do you watch our show on a regular basis?
No,
Is
I
that
do
how
not.
You know so much about it?
I've stopped watching it. Since your last report on me, I've stopped watching it, and I've stopped supporting it, and I've asked my fans to stop supporting it.
Hi, Mike Freeman at Broadcasting Magazine.
Yes.
I was wondering, with Infinity Group trying to acquire 3 stations right
Yes.
now, and also $750,000 worth of additional indecency fines, are you worried, or have you been asked to tone down your act at all?
Nobody has said to me, tone down your act. Nobody has said that my act is wrong. Nobody has said that this radio show is indecent or obscene. And I don't think most people in this country find this radio show indecent or obscene. I think it's funny that people react to 1 or 2 or 3 comments by or letters by somebody, and I think that the American people are capable of making their own decisions in life. And no one has said anything about toning me down. And if anybody feels I'm doing something wrong that I work for, they should absolutely get rid of me.
Hi, Howard. I'm Barrett Marson with the Fullerton Hornet.
All right, I'm going to make this the last question for now because we really do have to get outside. Our fans are out there. Hollywood Boulevard is closed down. They're out there. They're waiting for us.
Why is it that you rail the media so much when so many of us support you?
I don't see the support. I don't see any positive articles on me. Where are you from?
I'm from the Fullerton Hornet newspaper.
I haven't seen editorials coming out for free speech. I've seen a lot of people abandon me. I'm in this alone pretty much. And I'll tell you something, it's a pretty scary day in America. But hey, let the American people rule. Let them speak out. The American people proved in the last election they weren't going to be swayed by the press. They made their own decisions. I think they'll make their own decisions on me.
I've seen many of us in the crowd here support you, actually.
Well, you wouldn't know it by reading the newspaper. A lot of you have a good way of disguising it. And by the way, I love your paper and your 4 readers. Ladies and gentlemen, at the press, I will answer all questions that you want. I don't hide from the media today. I am here to answer all questions, Robin.
Well, you're being very amenable.
I'm being very amenable.
For a king.
But we must go out now and start the funeral for Mark and Brian. Our fans are out there. What is the police estimate on how many people are out there, Gary?
I heard 10,000 at like 6:30, so it's got to be at least double or triple that.
And Hollywood Boulevard's closed down. Get down. You will see us guillotine. You will see us guillotine Mark and Brian to declare our #1 status.
Here we go, Howard, out to the people of Los Angeles.
We're coming out next.
Ain't gonna pay no dirty stinking fine. I got my rights, this is asinine.
We'll be back with Howard Stern's funeral for Mark and Bonehead after this.
Don't feel sorry.
Can you hear me on the air? Okay, listen, we are backstage. Jessica's getting into the chariot. We are about to make our entrance onto the stage, and then I guess when we do, we should let the crowd take over, right?
Yeah, we should let everybody hear the ovation. Now, we're going to get into a
Chariot, and then, of course, Jackie and Fred, King of Mars, is going to be taking the stage with Baba Booey, and, of course, Baba Booey, why don't you go out and introduce me now?
Oh, so should I introduce you before the chariot starts moving?
Yeah, why don't you go out there now, take care of that. Baba Booey is walking toward the stage.
The band will be playing an overture.
The band will play an overture as we take to the stage to greet our Los Angeles fans for the first time, Robin.
Absolutely. Everything has been planned with precision, so this should run perfectly.
Should be a real mess. Everything is a state of confusion back here. Nobody can even figure out if we're on the air. All right, why don't we turn it over now to Bob Abui.
Hello, I'm Boy Gary, and I'm here to introduce my boss, because I love my boss. The best boss who ever bossed, that's my boss. The #1 boss, the big boss, the king of all boss, the boss who made Bud Bongo Fiesta. My boss, Howard, 1-800-52-STERN!
All right, here we go, Robin. We are walking now, Robin, toward the chariot. Jessica Hahn is all laced up. The fans will get their first look at us, Robin, in just a moment. Here we go. Jessica Hahn leading. Wait a second, girls. Wait for Robin. Robin, get up. Wait. Shut up. Listen to the crowd, Robin. They are excited. We are here making our entrance. Robin, there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls pulling the chariot. Listen to the crowd. We haven't even hit the stage yet, Robin. This is just out on, I guess, Hollywood Boulevard, where it is closed down, completely closed down.
Traffic is at a complete stop. The fans are here. True adulation, Robin.
Congratulations, Howard.
Congratulations, queen of all media. Listen to your subjects. Truly a great day. Robin, we need to dismount. The Budweiser blimp is overboard. I can see helicopters. Rose petals at my feet, Robin, and yours. Beautiful blondes throwing rose petals. Truly a great day in Los Angeles history. Truly a great day. Truly a great day. Topless. He's topless. Welcome everybody. Look, topless. Look at all the various signs. Hollywood Boulevard is closed down. Screw what the press says. Thank you. The chanting is remarkable, Robin. Doesn't Robin look lovely? Get on that microphone, Robin. And of course, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, Fred Norris, King of Mars. We got a great day here in Los Angeles. Long live the King. Hail Howard, King of LA. Howard Stern fan club up there. Howard's new dogs, Mark and Brian. So many different signs. FDF. Oh, look at the 1-800-52 Stern sign. You know, I don't know if you heard the press conference, but they said it couldn't be done. But you made it happen. Those two idiots are no longer number one. Screw Mark and Brian. They are brainless. You know, Robin.
Yes?
It was a couple of years ago where I said to you, we must get on in Los Angeles. It's crucial to our careers.
Absolutely, Howard.
And every one of those freaking press downstairs said it couldn't be done because you guys love Mark and Brainless so much. But you wanted the funeral and you have it, and I will guillotine those guys at the end of this. They said that we wouldn't last in New York City. But did we? They said Howard Stern wouldn't make it in Philadelphia. But did we? And then they had the balls to say we wouldn't make it in Los Angeles. Did we? Los Angeles, your king has come. Please begin now. I'm going to turn over our first song to Flo and Eddie. They're going to do a rendition of Happy Together called Crappy Together. Here they are, Flo and Eddie, the Turtles.
Imagine these two fools, we do. Mark and Brian are so stupid loads, they're toads. They're nothing but the lowest of the low. They're so crappy together. You know that they should go, they blow. They should move away to Idaho. Their show, they should jump out of a window. We hope they're so crappy together. Guys are fakes, not taking Howard serious was a mistake. Why don't you close the holes and jump into a lake? They're so happy together. You stole everything. serious was a mistake. Why don't you both hold hands and jump into a lake? There's some crappie together. Here we go! Sing it! Here we go! Not taking Howard serious was a mistake. Why don't you both hold hands and jump into a lake? They're so crappy together. You should just surrender. It would be our pleasure. There's some together. There's some together. Fine, fine, rocket, Brian, you sucker. The king is here! Hey, Howard Stern, the king is here!
Flo and Eddie, the Turtles. There you go. Flo and Eddie. Flo and Eddie, thanks guys. And now with the first speech, Stuttering John, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey! How you doing, Los Angeles? How many people in this friggin' city love Howard Stern? How many people? How many people in here hate Mark and Brian as much as I do? How many people here understand what I'm saying? Let me just say, I want to thank Howard Stern, Robin, Fred, Jackie, Gary, and even Scott, the smoking engineer, for letting me be a part of this family. I thank you for coming down.
All right. Stuttering John. Fred Norris, King of Mars. Doesn't he look beautiful, Robin, in his monkey suit?
Oh, those ears are precious.
The ears are worth the price of admission. They really are. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you know him. He's really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
He is so cool. Here he is, program director from the Los Angeles radio station, Andy Bloom.
Hey, let's face it, this is really cool.
Really cool.
Really cool. Look, I am here to kiss Howard's ass, and it's not difficult for me to do that. I don't even have to bend over to do it.
It's real cool.
Really cool.
Real cool.
1 year ago, the powerful and mighty Stern rode into Los Angeles.
Andy, get off the stage. Get off the stage. They don't want you on. Get off.
He's #1.
Get out of here.
Did you see the sign in the crowd?
I saw that sign, Rob, that said, Andy, control your bitch.
Yeah.
Can't you get control of your girlfriend?
Absolutely not.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're very excited to make the next speech. You heard him yesterday on the radio with Daryl Gates. Eazy-E, he is...
A nigger with attitude.
He is from Niggers with Attitude. There he is, the #1 nigger from Niggers with Attitude. There you go, Niggers with Attitude.
I want everybody out there to thank Howard for being #1 in LA. All right.
That's it? That's our most supportive nigger?
Now, if you want to talk more about the niggas.
I feel a little...
When you say it right, say nigga.
Nigga.
You got it.
I feel a little funny saying it, but he wants me
kick
to.
Your ass.
All right, get out of here. What's the matter with you? Eazy-E, his name is Eric. I'm not calling him Eazy-E, Robin. All right, now we're ready for our first song parody winner, performing Moving On Up. Here he is, the Screaming Wheezies, against Mark and Brian. Two dickheads.
Hello, LA. We are the Screaming Wheezies. We're the only ones from LA. That one.
Howard's number one now. Those two Clarkboards, Mark and Brian are going down. Oh, moving on up. To the head of the Dakota. Those two stinkers are at the bottom below the scrotum. They're up in the top seat. It really must have been a thrill. But they had to rip off Howard, and now they's gonna get killed. Making out on the airways, do they really think they're the best? The loose lip vaginas, scrotum on the totem. They're worse than the rest. I'm moving on down. Below a two-share. They're ugly, they're fecal, and they have bad hair. Oh, moving on down. They're on the bus now. It's no surprise those two douchebags really suck. A word from the Pope of Pomona!
Mark and Brian are melting in the park. Oh, their sweet green ratings flowing down.
All right, there they are, the Screaming Wheezies, everybody.
Hooray for Howard!
All right, very good. The Screaming Wheezies taking number 5 in the song parody contest. And now, with his next speech, he has muscular dystrophy. He used to work with Sam Kinison. He's a big fan of ours. Here he is, little Doug Beatty. How big are you again, Doug?
About 3 or 4 feet, I don't know.
3 or 4 feet, but he has plenty to say. Go ahead, Doug, and make your speech.
Yeah, I just want to say, first of all, thank you, Howard and King of Media, for all the opportunities and chances you've given me. Thank you. As far as those two pieces of garbage, those pieces of crap, Mark and Brian go, they can kiss my crippled ass.
All right, kiss his crippled ass, ladies and gentlemen. Kiss his crippled ass. You know, Robin, that was a beautiful speech, wasn't it, from Doug Beatty?
I'm speechless.
I really am, too. Ladies and gentlemen, now someone who supported us from the beginning. I don't know how many remember does anybody remember Alan and Rossi, the comedy team? All right, somebody remembers him. Here he is.
I'm shocked.
I can't believe anybody remembers him. I didn't think they did. But Steve Rossi wants to address the crowd. A few short words. Steve Rossi, here he is. The legend, Steve Rossi. I think he's going to lead us in a chant.
Okay, I want you to repeat after me.
All right, Steve, no one's repeated after you for the last 10 years. This is a real rush for him.
Mark and Brian.
Mark and Brian.
Make us sick.
Make us sick.
In their pants.
In their pants.
They're hung like chicks.
Very good, Steve.
One more thing. Howard Stern is the king for me.
Howard Stern is the king for me.
Let's get rid of the FCC.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, well, Steve, thank you.
I just want to say one thing. I've been with Howard on his show as Steve the Legend for 10 years. I said he was going to be the king of all media in the USA, and he will be the king of all media in the world today.
All right,
bye,
Steve.
everybody.
Really cool. All right, Steve. And now to perform their 4th runner-up song parody, Lithium. This is Andy Sinator. Sorry, Andy. Kind of screwed up your name. What do you call this anyway?
Laugh at him.
Laugh at him. We are going to laugh at Mark and Brian now, everybody. Here it is. Andy, what is it?
Sanator.
Oh, who cares?
From Jersey.
From Jersey. Here he is, Andy Sanator.
1, 2, 3.
Tom.
Howard's so happy because he's #1 in LA. Every day, Mark and Brian try to copy all the words he says. Now Howard Stern, he's no loser. He got radio out of its run. I don't feel sorry for Mark and Brian. There's always openings at Pizza Hut. Howard! Howard!
Minotaur. All
right. Give it up for this man.
All right, man. Good job. All right, get off the stage, Andy. You didn't win the contest. But he did pretty good. He's fourth place. Ladies and gentlemen, now a few words from our very own Baba Booey. He's prepared his own speech. Baba Booey.
Thank you, Paul. I need you to be next to me for this. I need you to be near me. I just want to say that this has probably been the most incredible year of my life. I got married, and I've just been working on the most incredible show, and it's all due to Howard. I'm living a life that I would never be living if it wasn't for Howard. And let's face it, Howard, the whole purpose of this event is to kiss your ass, because you truly are the king of all media. I know it's radio, but lift up. I want to kiss Howard's ass, because that's what he's done for me. Show me your butt.
Guy just kissed my ass, Robin. I pulled my pants down, too. And you've seen that ass.
You know what? He should do that every day.
You know what, Gary? You have to do that every day before we start the show.
Gladly. You're the king.
All right.
That's a hard act to follow.
How'd you like those teeth, everybody? Hey, Robin, what's that guy dressed as out there?
That's the Swamp Thing.
I knew it was the Swamp Thing. The Swamp Thing, ladies and gentlemen, right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him, Jackie Joko Martling. He's here to say a few words.
All right. Yee-hee. I have to say this is absolutely the wildest time I've ever had in my life. This has been fantastic. Let's hear it for the Beatles of radio. Come on, the Beatles of radio, the whole gang. Here for the king. We are now #1 in the show business capital of the world for all purposes. We finally went national. We're here to bury the two slimy dogs that don't even deserve to own a friggin' radio.
There you go, Jackie.
And I'm glad to be part of this mini Woodstock. There is a mini Woodstock. I'll see you tonight at Chuckles in Mineola. We love you, man.
There it is, the plug. There he is, Jackie Joke Page Marley. Robin, what did he just say?
I don't know, but he got his plug in.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you know him, you love him. You love when he plays his sound effects. The king of all Mars, Fred Norris.
Hail Howard, king of all media and emperor of the 10 cities. Greetings, fellow L-aliens. I have traveled through many a meat zorp and waited one entire plenfleen to say this. And my father said this to me back on the home planet, and it is this. Iler matuk talif kuri, when Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu, which means translated, Mark and Brian are dead. This is really cool. LA is really cool. Thank you, and have a happy schleppel.
The king of all Mars. I believe that was really good acting there, Robin. And now, ladies and gentlemen...
He's the Olivier of the show, Howard.
Here he is, Billy West, as Larry Fine of the Three Stooges. Here he comes, Larry Fine of the Three Stooges. Doesn't look a thing like him.
Okay, you hard-ons, listen up. Mark and Brian are as dead as Moe and Curly. Holy Christ, am I horny. Where's Jessica Hahn? I'll make her howl like a
where
wounded
is
dog.
Jessica Hahn?
I'll make her howl like a
Let's see
wounded
this
dog.
outfit. Larry, here it is. Hold on a second. Jessica Hahn, take off that top.
All right.
There it is.
Now you've got good taste.
Larry, you like that?
I love that. I want to kiss that.
What's that? Turn around. I think they want you to turn around, Jessica. She wears that in Butt Bongo Fiesta, except the... What's the matter? You don't like the Band-Aids on the... Nobody likes those Band-Aids, Jessica.
What should I do?
What should she do? What's that, Larry?
Take them off.
Jessica, can you take those off?
If you bail me out of jail, I will.
Bail her out of jail. There she goes. Larry, did you have anything else to say?
Yes, I want to...
Wait a second. Whoa. All right. Jessica Hahn in all her glory.
Pick up my Playboy. It's on the stands.
There you go. Jessica Hahn. The queen of all Playboy layouts. Larry, are you done?
I can't. Howard, I'm warning you, you gotta be careful when you make movies. The booze and the broads can kill you.
Yes.
Now, but what a way to go. I need a drink. Congratulations, I'm going to a whorehouse.
All right, Larry Fine, everybody. And now, doing her song parody that took, what, 3rd place, Robin? This is called Bang My Butt. Now, wait a second. Take off that jacket. What's the matter with you? You heard a song on the radio called Bang My Butt about Mark and Brainless. Now, am I going to butt bongo you during this?
Maybe a little.
Are you going to pull up that dress while you sing?
No.
Oh, you're not going to disappoint this crowd, are you? All right, why don't you bend over and start singing? I'll bang you when it's right. Here I go, Robin.
All right. A live butt bongo.
I've been a fan, you're wanting to see. Your sexy voice just does something to me. Show California how radio should be. Now let me distract you from the FCC. Howard, won't you be my butt? Please don't think that I'm a slut. Howard, won't you be my butt? You keep marking right. You are the best in everything that you do. The bell is over, Mark and Brian are through. I've been so good, but I'm so loyal too. There's only one thing that I need from you. Howard, won't you be my butt? Ow! Please don't think that I'm a slut. Oh no! Howard, won't you be my butt? You be Mark and Brian. Listen to you in my car. Now all the way, I think you are. I know you're married and we can't go too far, but I'll be a gem if you even go far. Howard, won't you be my butt? Oh, please don't think that I'm a slut. Oh no, ouch. Howard, won't you be my butt? 'Cause you be my right. Savage, bang my butt. How'd that feel for you when I was banging? Hey, look at that, your whole top almost fell off. How was that for you, all right? That was fun.
Yeah, she had a good time. She loved it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a supporter of the show. What's that? I don't know, the crowd is saying something, we don't know what. Oh, there's Edie McClurg, everyone. Edie McClurg, everybody. What are they saying, Edie?
I love everybody. Thank you. Howard, we want to welcome you as the #1 DJ in Hollywood in all of America.
Thank you, Edie.
Howard is the Viscount of Voyeurism.
Yes.
The oligarch of onanism.
Yes.
The Prince of Passion.
Give me a dictionary.
What is she saying?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Look it up later. He is indeed. And we support you in your fight with the FCC.
Thank you, Edie.
King of all media.
Edie, are you and Jessica getting along backstage?
We kissed and made up.
All right, everyone coming together for the big funeral today. Robin, we are moments away from me chopping off with the guillotine, but
oh boy,
there's so much more show. Here's another supporter of the show. You know him from, what are some of his movies?
Oh, Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
Had a little run-in with some cocaine.
License to Drive.
He had a little run-in with some cocaine. Career took a little bit of a nosedive for a while, but he's back. Yes, it's Corey Feldman to say a few words. Corey, go ahead.
Hey, listen, guys. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. And do we love Howard Stern in LA or what? Yeah! All right. If Sam Kinison was here today, when my movie The Lost Boys came out, he used to call us The Lost Boys. And I just want to say, if he was here today, man, he would say you are officially one of the Lost Boys.
Thank you, Corey Feldman. And I love that hat, for God's sakes. Only in Los Angeles. Thank you, Corey. All right, now doing his 2001 theme. Here he is, Rob Carabini. Rob, take it away.
Mark and Brian. You boys!
suck, no more homo, no show, gotta go. You'll pay how one Philadelphia, DC, Baltimore, Vegas, Fresno.
Thank you, Rob. Beautiful job. By the way, I think I see the police helicopter up there in the sky. Can they say anything to us, Gary? You don't know. Again, he doesn't know. Robin, he never knows.
Can you see them, though?
Well, we saw them. We saw, there they are, right up there.
There they are. Okay.
Anyway, coming up next now, you know him. You've heard him on the Larry King Show. This is a guy who started it all. He started calling Larry King several years ago. His name is Captain Jenks. And he has a few words to say. The man who started all these wave of phony phone calls to the various television shows. The innovator, if you will. The idiot of innovation. Captain Jenks.
Yazoo, Los Angeles. First there was Mark, and he sucked. Then there was Brian, and he sucked. And together they both blow. And now Los Angeles gets to hear the king of all media, Howard Stern. Mark and Brian sucks.
All right, Captain Jenks, thank you. And we'll listen to you on the Larry King Show. Quite an impressive figure he makes, huh? You know, when you see him in person, you can't believe it. He didn't exactly bowl the crowd over. Ladies and gentlemen, he stands out on Melrose Avenue all the time. We are all united here. I know he's getting booze, but we are united today because we have waited for the funeral for 1 year. Yes, he's sick. Yes, there's something wrong with him. But he is Melrose Larry Green, and he has something to say, Robin.
We thought they liked him.
We thought you actually liked this guy. All right, here we go.
I gotta be like Lou Gehrig. I'm one of the luckiest guys on the face of the earth. This is a great day for Los Angeles. I want to say a couple of things. You know, folks, Mark and Brian suck. Mark and Brian suck. Howard Stern, you are the king of media. But Bongo Fiesta, 1-852 Stern. Classic rock rules. We'll see you on the radio. Thank you.
Suddenly he was speechless, Robin. What happened? He finally got an audience.
Now he wants to run for mayor.
Yes, absolutely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, she wrote her own address today. Once again, it is Jessica Hahn. Jessica, take off that top, for God's sake. What's the matter with you? No one can listen to you if you have that top on. There we are. Jessica Hahn, ladies and gentlemen, in her Butt Bongo Fiesta costume.
I would only do this for the king of all media who's made entertainment entertaining again. Howard, I love you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Robin, I love you.
Thank you.
Jessica, are you getting along with Andy's girlfriend now?
No.
You are not. Are you getting along with Edie McClurg?
I haven't spoken to her. She
All right.
lied earlier. But I love you guys. And most of all, I love you, Howard, for making me laugh.
And we love you, Jessica, because you are almost nude today. Just about, right? She is doing the Heine dance. Ladies and gentlemen, doing his award-winning Bonanza theme. He was the #1 grand prize winner in our contest. Here he is, Warren Francis. Warren Francis and the Bonanza theme. Let's tell those two imbeciles to go back to Nebraska.
When are we gonna go? When are we gonna go back to Nebraska? When are you gonna go? When are you gonna go where Howard will not go? When are you gonna go? When are you gonna go back to Nebraska? When are you gonna go? When are you gonna go where Howard will not go? TV show, radio, you guys really blow. When are you gonna go? When are you gonna go back to Nebraska? When are you gonna go? When are you gonna go where Howard will not go?
is Warren Francis, and now the moment you've been waiting for. You've all waited, you heard him on the radio. He married an 80-some-odd-year-old woman named Martha Ray. Yes, admittedly bisexual, and he looks every bit of it today. He is so bisexual today, it's unbelievable. Mark Harris dressed in, here he comes. Mark, you, oh, jeez. Don't kiss me, you pervert.
Get Midler here. I mean, this is another movie for the fans.
Here's a guy who made love to Martha Ray on the wedding night. Mark Harris with his own song parody, never heard before on these airwaves. California, Stern is on. Go ahead, Mark.
California, Stern is on. Other stations have more on. LA on radio, such a broadcast. You'll listen and wonder what he'll say next, because it's Howard Stern and really great. Wake up early, don't be late. He's your most exciting date. California, Stern is on. Forget the troubles and listen to Howard. It may be shocking, don't be a coward. It's really him and you ought to know. The morning dial on your radio. He's not quiet, not peaceful, just so you know. Stern's the #1 DJ radio. So, California, Stern is great. Wake up early, don't be late. He's your most exciting day. California, Stern is on. Howard Stern is really on.
Mark Harris, everybody. Mr. Entertainment. Thank you, Mark. All right. I never saw so much garbage end up on stage. It was a love-in up until then.
I think you should have stripped.
Yeah, Mark, you should have taken off your clothes or something, man. Ladies and gentlemen, now to make her address to the crowd. I know you've been waiting to hear from the queen of all media. Here she is, Robin Quivers.
Hello, Los Angeles! We're #1! We did it in a year! And for this occasion, I have written a poem.
Yes.
Roses are red.
Roses are red.
Mark and Brian are dead.
Mark and Brian are dead.
I might go bowling with the little ones ahead.
Yes.
Thank you, Los Angeles. We love you.
Robin, a beautiful speech, if I may say so. By the way, Robin actually talks out loud even when she's not. The crowd chanting Robin.
You must be nuts. You must be nuts.
Oh, they're chanting, show your breasts, Robin.
In your dreams. In your dreams.
Robin fighting with the crowd as they grow hostile. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to bring out the guillotine. Yes, Gary? Oh, here it is. We're going to unveil it to the crowd now for the first time while I sing my song. There is the guillotine with Mark and Brian's heads. There's the blonde one and the stupid little goofy one with the brown hair. At the end of my song, I will chop their heads off and get ready for the spray of blood. I say, Mark and Brian, you're dead, so I'll cut off your heads. You know you're talentless, and now you'll be headless too. Thank you. I'm gonna bury those lame twerps, you two thieves, you two jerks. Even hanging is too good for you. Ah, you two life losers, we'll bury you deep. Yes, we will. The tall, stupid moron and his little buddy, the stupid brown-haired dumb creep. I ask you, should bad radio stop? Should I give them a chop? I'm the king, Mark and Brian. You're dead cause you blew. Should I chop 'em? Should I chop 'em? Should I chop 'em? Off with their heads.
Off with their heads!
There it goes. There it goes. They are headless. They are dead. Now it's time for the burial. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say, Robin, to the gang, to everyone, we thank you for... Up, there goes the blood. There it goes. It took a while, Robin. Little delayed reaction. There it goes. Step back. Stop it already. We're all getting sprayed. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for supporting us. There go their heads. Thrown into the crowd.
I was going to go bowling with my...
There it is. I want to thank everybody for making us #1. This is truly a career highlight, is it not, Robin?
Oh, yeah.
I love proving the press wrong. I really do. They tell us we're too raunchy. Are we too raunchy? Is this the kind of radio you want to hear? Shouldn't we be free to hear the kind of radio we want? Thank you, Los Angeles. Now, one of the greatest living guitar players in the world.
To sing us out of here.
A real crowd pleaser. Ladies and gentlemen, Leslie West. Mark and Brian suck.
Are you ready?
Thank you, they suck. They stole my material. And now they paid the price.
Are you
Mark and Brian. Howard Stern from L.A. The triumphal funeral for the two imbeciles will continue in a moment.
Jack, thank you, man. Thanks for being in the
great
band.
band. The band
Flo and Eddie,
really
thanks, man.
Good.
Happy
I gotta
together.
tell you,
I won so much money on bets.
I know.
Swear to God, people who didn't think this was going to happen when we were on the radio in New York, and we got to know all of you, and I can't just say to Howard is the king, this is the queen.
Thanks,
and
Flo.
These are the jokers and everyone.
And jesters
Congratulations, and I'm glad
whatever.
it worked today. It
Flo,
was
no offense.
fun.
I think we've had enough of you, okay?
yeah, it was enough. You did a good job,
You did
Flo.
a good
Goodbye.
job. Yeah, don't ruin it by staying on too long, all right? By the way, Corey, how'd it feel being up in front of all those people?
Hey, it was great, man.
It was really something,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was
Yes.
the Howard Stern concert. I couldn't
By the way,
believe it.
Corey Feldman invoking the name of Sam Kinison
Yes,
during
he did.
his speech.
Sam Spirit
Did you
was
like
here
that?
today.
I brought that touch.
Steve Rossi sees a microphone. He can't stay away.
Well, who asked him to come up?
Steve, nobody asked you to come over, but as long as you're here, how did it feel, Steve? You haven't been in front of a crowd that big since, what, like 30 years ago?
I would say that long ago.
Yeah, how did
it was
feel out there?
fantastic.
Felt good?
I never saw anything like it, really.
Yeah.
Edie McClurg?
Phenomenal.
Edie McClurg, don't start in with anybody.
I'm not starting
I'm
in
gonna
with
fight with her
anybody,
today.
Howard.
Edie, the crowd was a little hostile to you. What happened?
No, I don't think they were. You know, I finally figured out after she started talking, there was a guy who had a sign and it was sticking up in front of people they couldn't see, and they were just asking the guy put the sign down.
Oh, Edie, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it wasn't you this time.
Edie, I thought they took a disliking to you. Because, Edie, how could anybody hate you?
I don't know how anybody could, Howard.
Well, certainly Edie, Steve, and Corey, you've been with us for a long... Well, Corey not so long, but
No, he's
Edie and
in
Steve.
Johnny Come
Edie and
Lately.
Steve.
Hey, Edie and Steve. I knew Edie and Steve.
Only a
Hi,
year.
Edie. Sing a song with me, baby.
By the way, here's Mark Harris, husband of Martha Ray. Mark, you
How did you feel, Mark?
What an outfit.
Fantastic.
You felt fantastic, even though people were throwing garbage at you.
I picked it up, seriously.
Yeah.
Threw it back.
Mark, the crowd was openly hostile to you.
Only in the center.
What do you think that meant?
Why do you think they didn't like
Wait,
you?
only in the center. Well, you know me. I'm used to old people. I'm too, they're so young.
In other words, I think
I
maybe...
see.
Do you think they're hostile to you because you married Martha Ray and everyone thinks you're just a gigolo?
Right. There's a depression going on, and they think I have a lot of bucks.
I got to be honest. I got to be honest with you. Not only was the crowd hostile to you, but I am openly hostile to you.
With that answer, I kissed you on the cheek and wished you luck.
But Mark Harris, thank you.
Really great.
So give our love to Martha Ray, of
Yes,
course.
tell her what a wonderful time you had today.
I'm going.
Leslie West, your song did it. You came through. Leslie West, you were a proud
Leslie, you get a standing ovation.
I love you.
Leslie, you're great.
very much.
Leslie, it was great to hear Mississippi Queen done in the 90s version.
I got
Didn't
the
it sound
words right,
beautiful?
Freddie, right? I didn't screw it up.
What is that, Robin?
It was wonderful just having Leslie up there playing. You're so powerful, Leslie.
Leslie's
That
such
guitar.
a powerful man. By the way, here he is still hanging around, still getting over the euphoria of the moment. A number one nigger. Nigger. A number one nigger, Eric from Niggers with Attitude. And it's okay to say it because their group is called Niggers with Attitude, so you guys can feel free to use the nigger word here. Edie, do you like the niggers?
I love people of all persuasions.
No, but I mean, do you like the niggers?
Safe territory.
No, I'm saying, do you like the niggers? The niggers.
Oh, the NWA?
Yeah, the niggers.
They have a very powerful presence.
They really do. Is Eric your favorite nigger?
He's my favorite, yes.
Eric, I didn't know NWA all that well, but since you've been part of the show, I am a nigger lover.
Right on.
You've been accused of that before.
I used to hate the niggers, Robin. I'm talking about niggers with attitude.
Yes.
You happen to be a nigga, too.
Yeah, you see, it was good that the niggers were here because everyone said, I wanted the niggers to show up at the big funeral. Maybe Howard won't have any niggers there. But we had a lot of niggers there. And I got to say, I'll tell you something. Once I go black, I never go back. Eric, you did a great job. Eric, and your solo album.
What did you feel?
How did you feel? What was it like for you being out in that sea of white faces as a nigger? As a nigger, what was it like to be in that sea of white faces?
I don't know the difference. I'm colorblind.
You love all people.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
All right.
That's cool.
The problem is he loves so many people, he's got like 5 children.
I know,
And he's 20
he
years old.
really loves.
Did you have any children during the show?
Not today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the best nigger in the world, Easy E. The number nigger in the world. And Corey, thank you as well. I want to thank everyone. I got to take a break. When we come back, we'll address the press. They still have many questions.
It was so tasteful, Howard. I'm so proud to be a part of this tasteful presentation today.
I am too. I have to say this was definitely one of the highlights in my career.
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking, man.
Really?
I'm serious. I mean, this was high.
Hey, Corey, you've been in some good movies.
Hey, man, to watch you do that, I've never seen a radio person do what you did today.
Or TV.
Ever in
Or
history.
television.
Man.
I must say, Doug Beatty here, he wants to say a few words as a post-game. Doug Beatty, you were out there. You, too, invoked the name of Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
That's always a crowd pleaser.
Actually, that was the only thing that today's event was missing was Sam.
Well, believe me, you more than made up for it. You have no idea.
Thank you. I tried.
Doug, you have no idea.
I was possessed by the spirit of Sam.
Doug, you have no idea how much fun you are.
I would definitely say "Kiss My Crippled Ass" was a crowd pleaser.
That was a good
Kiss
one.
My Crippled Ass.
That was right off of Sam's album.
The crowd went nuts. Kiss My Crippled Ass tour. Very good. All right, I got to take a break, and we'll be back with more post-game wrap-up.
Certainly the press has to be a little kinder now that they've seen the ovation.
I believe that the press will be floored by this, and there will be a whole change of attitude.
Now they're going to treat you with respect.
Sure, now they know that they need you.
We'll take a break, and then we'll answer all the questions we couldn't get to. There's a lot of congratulations going on in the room. The police estimated the crowd at 25,000 people.
No.
Andy, is that right? 25,000 people?
That didn't include Hollywood Boulevard, where they blocked it off.
They
There
blocked
were
it off.
several thousand more.
Quite a sight it was.
Police came up afterwards and said 25,000, and that's just the people that could make it, because they blocked off Hollywood Boulevard, so there was a lot of people.
Thousands on Hollywood Boulevard.
And the police...
Steve, shut up, will you?
We needed a bigger venue.
The police threatened to arrest me when I tried to get in for parking.
By the way, I want to thank Christopher Rogers Flores for the rose petals, Busybody Fitness Equipment, Billy
was for the
Stairmaster. Okay.
Yeah.
Bailey's 2020 Gentlemen's Club,
That was for the girls.
the Palace, of course, where we are, Spago, the Los Angeles Police Department for being so helpful.
LAPD.
Keep
Yay
calm
for the
down.
police department.
I want to thank the band, the Six T's, and we had Jack Cassidy with Flo and Eddie.
And Robbie Krieger.
Robbie Krieger was there, and was Patrick there?
Yeah, Patrick Moranz.
Patrick Moranz was there, and
Who else?
I hope I'm not leaving anybody else out.
Yeah, really.
Hey, Howard, this is the manager of the Palace Theater who was very grateful to have you. They just want to present you with this basket.
Hi, Howard. I'm Don Weiss with the Palace Theater.
I mean, I just give you all that exposure, and the best you can do is that stupid little basket?
On behalf of the
How
Palace,
dare you.
I think it's very appropriate for the king of all media.
Give you 10 million mentions.
Come to the Palace
Unbelievable.
Theater. Here, Howard.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Just
Just throw it away.
Where's the car?
just throw it in the garbage. Thank you so much.
Where's the car?
We'll be back right after this with the press. There is some remaining press that wants to get in a few questions. The crowd disperses.
Used to be the kings of L.A. The champion of L.A. Radio shining star Howard Stern will be back with the funeral for Mark and Brainless in a moment.
No, I'm here to ask you a question.
Well, why can't I ask you
what
one?
I wanted to know is now that you're
Did you ever go,
one of the, can I ask?
No, yeah, I know. You got to let go of the microphone. No,
is there somebody with a megaphone?
Yeah, it's Larry.
Melrose Larry Green.
He's calling her a liar.
Howard, one question. I want to know, now that you're number
What is
one
Melrose
in LA,
Larry Green saying? Why did you let him say it? This woman lies to people.
Audrey told me she was going to do a positive piece. She told me she was going to do a positive piece about Howard and me running for mayor. She is a liar.
Is that true, Audrey?
number one.
Is that
You are a
true?
liar, Audrey. You
here
get
to
behind,
ask
you get in
questions
front of
to
the
let
king
know.
of media, and you
I
bow
think-
down right now to the king of media.
I think we need
you
some
are a
sort
liar.
of control here,
All right,
Howard. I'd
Melrose,
like to
back
ask a
off a little.
question.
It is a lady there.
Obviously,
It
you
is.
saw the crowd thought that Larry was a little insane. So I'd like to ask one legit question.
Yes.
Now, you're number one.
Go ahead now.
You're
No.
number one in Hollywood with all your fans. Everyone loves you. But do you ever feel that you...
You know what? I am sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of your crap journalism. You know what? Why don't you leave? Why don't you go? Seriously, you know what? I'm tired of you. I'm really tired of you.
Question, Howard. Other people haven't.
Yeah, we know other people have asked the question.
me and embarrass me. All I want to know is
I'm not
do you
embarrassing
feel
you.
that the Hollywood establishment
Your
has
job embarrasses
accepted you.
Who cares?
Who cares, honey? I could care less. They can all kiss
You
my
worry
ass.
about A-lists and establishments. We don't
They're not
care.
going to accept you?
Honey, I don't care who accepts me. I haven't built a career on being
Do you
accepted
feel
by anybody.
comfortable in Los Angeles among all these celebrities?
I don't see any celebrities here, quite frankly, and you certainly aren't one.
do I, so
And
I
what
was
about
just
Jack Nicholson?
wondering.
Have you gone to dinner with Jack Nicholson?
Are you going to change
Do you
your
feel
style
comfortable
now
with
that you're in
celebrities?
Los Angeles? I know you were a little light on Gretzky yesterday.
Isn't it true you once sent a videotape
What
to
did she
Jack-
say? What
She
did
doesn't
you
know
send a
what you're
videotape
talking
of yourself to Jack Nicholson?
Dressed as Catwoman?
Did you or did you not?
I don't think you should...
Yeah. Some journalist you are, honey. Gary, I'm done with her. I'm
She
done with you for
obviously
life.
feels comfortable with celebrities.
Get lost, sweetheart. I don't entertain you anymore. You're not a journalist. Anybody who dresses up in a Catwoman interview, when you dress up as Catwoman, you're not for real.
Okay, we're done.
You obviously go to dinner with A-list celebrities, don't you? When you're there... No, you're right, Fred. It is a cat fight.
How much of this do we need?
All right, enough already with that.
Melrose.
Guys, move over there.
Melrose. Someone take Melrose away. Come on, Melrose. Calm
Identify
down.
yourself.
Hi, Howard. My name's Kevin Burke. I'm from Film Threat Magazine. It's the other movie magazine.
Yes.
We wanted to know about your film Fart Man.
By the way, I just want to make a point. The reason I'm so rough on that woman, she did an absolutely biased piece. Yeah. She did a horrible hatchet job. It was a completely unfair piece on me, and I don't see why I have to entertain her stupid questions. She doesn't entertain my stupid questions.
The question I wanted to ask is, will you be doing your own stunt work in the film Fart Man?
We just came off one of the biggest rallies ever held.
And she's always there to bring you right down.
Yeah, but I got to swear, I swear I'd love to bang her, I'll tell you that. Gary, is she good looking or what?
She's so cute. She sits there and she purses her lips so that I'll pick on her, and of course I do.
Yeah.
You're so easy.
I'm so weak.
So will you be doing your own stunt work in the film Fart Man?
Absolutely not. I could barely do my own stunt work out there on the stage.
All right, so you have a stand-in to fart for you, or is that...
I'll tell you something. My problem is, if there's any dangerous stunts, I really can't do them. I'll tell you why. I have the kind of body type. I swear to God, I don't have the right body type for the earth. Everything bothers me.
And will you provide the smell of fart in the theater?
All right, I think we've had it with your stupid magazine, too. You and Audrey.
Hi, Howard. I'm Allison Meyer from the Long Beach Union newspaper.
Yes.
We have a question for you. If you were to be reincarnated, would you rather come back as Baba Booey, Jackie, or John?
Jackie.
Or a lesbian.
Jackie.
Jackie, why?
Well, because Jackie, at least, he's got his nightclub gigs.
Well, not only that, it's the life Jackie has.
Yeah,
and the amount of abuse he can take and still keep going.
Jackie's one of those guys who can eat any kind of food he wants and remain healthy. And he can like jump into a pool with no water in it and walk out of it and, just bounce back.
Can I just say one thing on my behalf? Why would you want to come back as somebody who may not make it that long because of the way he lives his life?
Gary, no offense.
Healthier than you.
Gary, I think it's better than being you. I'd rather live a short life and a happy one than be a miserable toad that has to go and get my coffee every Baba Booey.
Thank you, Bo.
There you go.
Hi, Howard. I'm Scott Kraft with Metro Display Advertising. We're launching your debut up in Las Vegas.
Well, thank you.
And I'd like to know what you think of outdoor advertising, and are you going to take up our offer to put yourself for free on 2,000 panels to help fight the FCC?
Well, first of all, I don't understand your question. I can't believe you're asking me what I think of outdoor advertising.
Does he write anything, or
I'm not even sure what he
billboards?
does. You put up billboards?
Billboards.
And you're putting up billboards
on bus
with me?
shelters.
On bus shelters?
Right. We've offered to put up 2,000 for you.
Are you actual press? I mean, no offense, this is a press conference.
Kind of press, kind of advertising.
I'll tell you, I don't understand your question, and I don't understand your hairdo either. Phil Collins after that. What is that? What did you get, some transplant work done?
No, but I need it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, who else is in our audience?
Hi, Howard. John Tamanaha from USC. After you defeated...
Is there any legitimate press left, or do they only...
USC is a good school.
USC is a very fine school, but the problem is it's not legitimate press, it's
Howard,
college.
After you defeated the slimy zookeeper in Philadelphia, you predicted that his wife would go out with a listener.
Yes.
What do you predict for Mark and Brian?
Mark and Brian are over with. Their career will continue to sink. Their ratings will continue to go down. KLOS's ratings, our main competitor here in Los Angeles, their ratings have sunk to an all-time low. And eventually they'll be replaced. We hear they might even put them on an afternoon. They might even leave morning drive.
Hi, Howard. My name is Zach Nessis from the Jewish Times. Why do you believe the FCC is afraid of you?
Oh, I don't think they're afraid of me at all. I don't think that, I don't think they're afraid of me.
What's their beef with you then?
Well, I think they find my show, they don't think that the public should be hearing my show. They think it's indecent. We don't agree.
Well, the people at Jewish Times like to know if you'll be saying the Mourner's Kaddish for Mark and Brian.
Yes. I don't understand him either.
This must be the foreign press.
Yeah, the Jewish press. Is that really necessary? I thought the Jews own all the press. Go ahead.
Jerry McCulley with Hits Magazine.
Yes,
now that
Jerry.
you got the guillotine warmed up, I wondered who was next, Rush Limbaugh, Michael Bolton, or Arsenio?
Well, to tell you the truth, the next person to get the next two people to get the guillotine are probably going to be Jeff and Flash in Cleveland. We'll be on our way to Cleveland, I predict, I'd say within 7 or 8 months.
When are you going to stop talking about Arsenio and do something?
Well, there's nothing to do, my friend. What do you mean, do something?
What is to do?
What would you like us to do, sir?
Replace him.
I don't think there's any legitimate press left, Gary.
There is. One just showed up.
Who is it?
Claudia Puig.
Well, I'll talk to her. She's from a paper people will read. Claudia, will you do a negative article on us?
I never do negative articles. I do only objective articles.
Were you not impressed with what you saw today? Have you ever seen radio personalities get this kind of crowd together to get this kind of adulation?
I haven't seen that. No, I have to admit. You're right.
I would like one time to see one article on some of the phenomenon that happened out there.
Do you know there's a Howard Stern impersonator out there signing autographs?
That's what I'm
People
saying.
are buying it.
I mean, these are things that I think people might be interested in. Why is you're a journalist, why is every article so negative? Is that the only way to sell newspapers?
I don't know that it's so negative, though. I mean, I think that maybe what you perceive as negative is people just not being positive.
Yeah.
That would do it. And that's not our role to be positive.
All right, Claudia, we'll accept. You know what? It's been a long day for everybody.
I was going to say, Howard, I bet you we had more people out there than saw Mark and Brian's TV show.
You bet. I'll go with that. That's not saying much. Yes, Claudia has a question.
Sorry. My question was there were some protesters out there from the Filipino American group. I know you spoke with that lady in here.
Yes.
One thing one guy said was, after the LA riots, in the face of everything, this is inflammatory. They called you a racist. They said you're insensitive.
Well, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Well, it's just not true. I mean, for goodness sakes, to comment on what goes on in the Philippines, every American is allowed to comment on what goes on in other countries. What is that? Oh, you patched them up? Oh, wait a second. There's a big patch up here. I've got to move ahead. Malika Kinison is here. And Jessica Hahn. Is Sabrina there? Yeah, that's Sabrina. Okay, come on in. Malika Kinison, of course, the widow of Sam Kinison.
Come on.
Now, Malika, wow. Poor Sam. Look what he missed out on. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Oh, you look great. And you know, she's available. Well, you are, aren't you? Have you started dating yet?
Have you started dating?
Malika? Get in front of the microphone.
I don't want to. I love this.
Hi, Malika.
Thing right here.
Have you started dating yet?
I'm seeing somebody. But...
Oh man, poor Sam. Every
Sam
time
must be devastated.
Not really, because nobody will feel Sam. So
No.
I can't believe.
Jessica can vouch for that. Are you dating Bill Kinison?
No, I'm seeing the Kinison thing.
Are you staying away from? Are you getting along with Bill Kinison now?
Let's change subject.
Really?
Oh dear. No. Yes.
What happened? Sam's funeral happened, and then I guess Bill threw a tribute, and you were not at the tribute, and you were upset about it, right?
Yeah, I guess it was just a misunderstanding.
And you're not communicating with them anymore?
No.
You are braless today, are you not? I can see
I
that.
knew you would say something like
And
that.
you're pantyless as well, I think. Are you pantyless?
She may be thong. No.
Are you wearing thongs?
Thong.
Thong? Right. Well, you look better than
Why
ever.
do they keep shoving all these microphones in my mouth?
Leslie West hooked us up. He just said.
Well,
Jessica and Malika always hated each other.
A reconciliation.
Now, Jessica.
We have three things. One thing.
A hairdresser, one hairdresser,
and
a hairdresser who always tells us about each other.
We're sitting here with
There is-
three women.
We were sitting here with three women who all had sex with Sam Kinison.
She married him.
Malika married him. While Malika was going out with Sam, Jessica had sex with him. What?
Oh, one is
Easy. And Sabrina, you are Malika's sister, and you had sex with Sam.
Yeah, for a year and a half.
Now, Sabrina and Malika, you had a falling out after you had sex with Sam behind Malika's back, right, Sabrina?
Under the same roof, I would.
Under the same roof, am I correct?
Well, they used to go out and meet separately.
What brought you two together again? How did you get together? What was
What
the-
happened?
Well, it was the
Oh,
tragedy in the
is this
hospital.
saved for the book or the movie or should I divulge this information? Actually, it was tragic, but tragedy sometimes brings people back together.
Who called who? Sabrina, did you call Malika or did Malika call you?
I was in the hospital.
She was unable to talk.
Right, and you
So
went to
you
visit
rushed
her?
to her side?
Yeah. I had a phone call and I
Will you ever date any of Malika's boyfriends again?
Yeah.
Was it the last
Is she
time?
waiting to see who Malika goes to next?
You know what Malika said? She said she had to come by because she's getting real used to funerals.
Right.
Well, that's what I said. I go, I'm used to funerals now. I might as well come to the biggest one.
Well,
Brian's.
Malika, as the bride of Sam Kinison, you must admit that Sam would have loved today, wouldn't he?
He would have loved to.
Oh, he would have gone nuts.
He would have been right there on that stage.
Yes, he would have.
He still would have been going on.
Yeah.
Yep, it would have been fun, but of course, we all miss Sam a lot. And
He's
Malika,
up there. He's wishing you the best.
I
of
never
luck.
thought I'd see you and Jessica Hahn
That's
united.
something I never thought I'd say.
So many radio shows you were fighting. Look at this, a hug between Malika and Jessica. You know, ironically, the three of you all had sex with Sam, and ironically,
What?
he wanted to bang Robin as well.
He did.
He did.
He did. All the time in the hallway, he tried to talk her into it.
But it's good to see Malika and Sabrina here as well as Jessica because Malika, as you know, I love Sam Kinison very much.
We all love you.
And it's great to have you here. And I'm glad you stopped by.
I heard you, and I was trying to
We
get
were
by, and I
listening
just
and-
rushed right through the crowd, and I said, I want to see Howard.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'll tell you. Who are you seeing now? You have a boyfriend now?
No, I'm not seeing anybody very steady.
Just going on a few dates and stuff like that. Well, you got to get back in the
I
saddle.
can't
You know
wear
what I mean?
black forever, you know.
That's right.
She's moved up to dark
warm.
blue. Dark blue.
She's wearing a dark blue, and I like it. Well, anyway, we're going to take a short break. We'll come back and we'll do a wrap up. Maybe there's a couple more questions from the press, and then we'll end this thing. What is it, Gary?
you.
Can we take a break? Thanks, Malika. Okay, we'll be back.
Thanks.
right
Nice
after this.
seeing
Okay.
you guys again.
Now moving on up. Los Angeles honors her successful media demigod. Howard Stern, king of all he surveys, will return after this.
Might be doing what else with me.
Can I come to the shoot? Is that possible? So I can supervise?
He would like to take the pictures.
Yeah.
Can I ask, when you said that Sabrina and you might do it like together, like a sister
like a
thing?
sister
Like the
thing.
Stone
Kidding me?
Sisters?
You and Sabrina together?
We might.
Oh, man.
We might, but I know I'm definitely shooting on Monday for some stuff. I'm not sure when it's going to come out. But
And how did they approach you? They said, "Hey, where'd they see you?"
well, it's always been kind of an issue, anyways, because Sam always wanted me to do it. So.
He did. So is this
thought-
one of his last requests? That you were fulfilling?
I got to pay the bills, Howard.
I got you. Well, there's a way to do it. Will they
No,
pay you
no,
a lot?
no, no.
I hope they're paying you a lot of money.
I don't know. I think it's done in taste, Playboy. So
Yeah, but what about the money?
we'll negotiate that.
still
You
negotiate.
haven't negotiated that yet?
The money part, yeah.
No, I think before you take the pictures, you ought to negotiate.
Yeah, really? You're going to work with him on
we're
Monday?
doing like a shoot first, and then
Test
we'll
shots.
negotiate.
Are you going to shave down for that?
Shaved? I'm not. I know how you are about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'd like to be there to supervise. Sabrina, will you be nude as well? What is the deal on that, Sabrina?
Of course, you have to be nude for Playboy.
Will you do a sister thing with Malika?
A sister thing?
Yeah, like will you guys like
Pictures?
embrace each other and stuff?
Pictures? No.
Oh, wait a second. Did you ever see that
No,
really?
kind of like the one with the, what was her name, Conrad? The blonde girl and the redhead, they were sisters.
Sharon
They did
Stone and her sister.
So you will be in. Sharon Stone and her sister did it together?
Wasn't that them?
that. No,
I don't
it was
know.
that. I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember the name. She was
Well,
an old Playboy.
So you are going to do it too, right, Sabrina?
She might be.
Yeah, they.
The two women, the two
they're
sisters,
interested.
the two sisters that Sam shared will be. We will all get to share them in Playboy. All right, very good, Malika. Thanks.
Well, thank you.
I just want to watch you walk away again. Go ahead. Do it slow. Shake your ass. Thank you.
I need a rim shot for that.
Poor Sam. I always feel bad when I look at Malika and I go, man, Sam doesn't have that anymore. Oh, what a body. Looks better than ever, doesn't she?
She does. She looks very good.
You know, I wish she pulled herself together this good for Sam. Yeah,
I know.
seriously.
She was letting herself fall apart.
That's right.
Sam tripped her up, all hours of the night?
By the way, Leslie West crediting himself with bringing Malika and Sabrina and Jessica Hahn together. They would not talk to each other when they first walked in, and Leslie actually offered the peace pipe. Or was that a hash pipe, Leslie?
What?
Was that? I say you offered the peace pipe.
I'm out on rehab. I got to get back there, man.
No, really, seriously, you brought them together?
I can't believe this. I can't believe it.
I can't
and
believe
Jessica, too, they were embracing, hugging.
And you brought them together.
Wow. Well, I learned from you, man.
Fantastic. I see over in the corner our general manager, Tom Chiusano. Tom, you've been to all the funerals. What did you think of this one? What is your analysis? There he is.
This was the best ever.
It really was wild, wasn't it?
It was fabulous.
It was
the
wild.
People in LA really knocked themselves out. The crowd was great. It's the best.
I heard there was a problem with the LAPD under control now with the crowd. The crowd was a little.
They had to push him back across.
What was that?
Let me tell you. They had to push all the people back across Hollywood Boulevard. It's like, I don't want to call it a riot scene, but there's a lot of people out there.
There was a lot of people.
And a lot of cops in columns, and they were pushing them back and kind of like talking with loudspeakers. It was real weird.
I see Dan Foreman.
Did you get that on tape? I want to see that.
Yes, we have some of it on tape.
Very good, Dan. Good job. Is there anyone left, Gary, or are we going to...
Yeah, we have to talk to this local NBC reporter.
All right, go ahead.
Howard, this is a positive question. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now that I've kissed you behind, let me ask you this. Was becoming number one easier than you thought? Give me an idea.
I'll be honest with you. It took us like 2 years or 3 years to become number one in Philly. I mean, to actually go to number one, right, Robin?
Yes.
And I believe that it was... I am shocked by how fast we became number one. It's like Mark and Brian laid down dead. It was so easy. I cannot believe how talentless and how boring they are.
Could we have gotten that much better?
Maybe we've gotten better. I don't know. I mean, I can't evaluate the show, but it was exceptionally easy, and it did shock me.
Does LA consider like boring radio, and basically is that what made it easy?
Well, LA has horrible radio. I think all people of Los Angeles will admit that, and I must admit that I often said that we would be number one in a year, but somewhere in the back of my mind, even I couldn't believe it. I can't believe how boring it is. They pay Rick Dees all that money, he has no ratings. Jay Thomas is horrible. I mean, he's horrible. People can't listen to him. He's unlistenable. And Mark and Brian are in the same league, unlistenable. So we've proven it. We proved everything we had to prove, and we thank Los Angeles for it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. See, there's a nice question.
Yeah. And a question related to the funeral.
I know.
Hi, Howard. Craig Brown from 548 KLCC. Now that you're number one, that's college radio.
Oh.
Wait a second. He was just from the Collegian like an hour ago.
I'm doing it for the newspaper and the radio station as well.
I see you're from two places.
Yes.
Isn't that funny? A black guy named Brown. So many black guys named Brown, Robin.
Now that you're number one here in Los Angeles.
I would change my name to Black.
Well, we Los Angeles have the honor of dating female members of the royal harem.
Well, you will. Robin will date one of the listeners.
No, I'm not the
Yes. All right. Also, I'd just like to tell you, Howard, that I did intern for Power 106. I worked with that idiot Jay Thomas.
Right.
The first season of the Arsenio Hall show, I thought what was a great honor was to do the rap for their first season's rap party. None of that equals the joy that you and your posse have brought me the last year, culminating with today. You're great, man.
By the way, thank you. And as a black man, for you to call us posse, we accept that. We accept that. We never thought of ourselves as a posse, but Gary, why don't you ask Melrose?
You're a posse.
I'm curious to know, why did Melrose Larry Green run out of stuff to say? Here's a guy who mouths off all the time. He constantly has something to say. He got up on stage and he choked.
Yeah.
That was the biggest shock of the whole funeral.
What happened, Melrose?
What happened?
The reason why I was as subdued as I was is because this is the party for the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
This is your day. Howard,
he didn't want to steal any of your
you want to steal my thunder?
No, Howard,
Yes.
you know, one thing I can't stand in Los Angeles is when you tell one thing to somebody in L.A. and they pitch you on something else that they're doing. And I can't stand that. This is your party. God bless you for coming to Los Angeles. God bless classic rock, all of you. We want you back here all the time. And I listen every day. I tape the show.
You were scared up there. You were shaking.
Well, you know what it was?
Check his underwear.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
You know what it was? I got to admit, this was a big crowd. There must have been 30,000 people out there. I got here at 2 in the morning.
Why don't you go on a joyride with Rodney King? See what happens. All right, very good. Thank you.
You know what? He's only used to performing for us one at a time.
Yeah, you're used to being on a street corner.
That's right. What I'm doing is I'm leaving tomorrow. I am campaigning for you in Miami.
Yes.
I want to know. The worst thing in the world for me is when I go to Miami to see my mother, because when I go to Miami to see my mother, right here's my mother. This is my mother right here.
All right, thank you.
Really good on radio.
We don't get you in Miami. When are you coming to Miami, Howard?
Very soon, Melrose. Thank you so much. Does your mother hide when you come? Yes, thank you, Melrose. Melrose Larry Green. I got to take a break. One more question.
Thank you for the
Yeah, Howard.
Yes.
Steve Draesel, Trenton Tribune, Trenton, Texas.
Yes.
Okay. Some of those people.
You came all the way from Texas?
No, I'm a stringer.
And he brought Lenny Leibowitz with him from Los Angeles.
He did. Right. All right, good.
Okay.
I think it might be time to get out of here, Ron.
Really?
No, not yet. I'm not sure that you know exactly what happened out there, but when we got here, there was one police helicopter. Now there's two.
Yes.
There's maybe 100 people in riot gear pushing the crowd down the street.
Yes.
There's a hook and ladder. There's a ambulance and loudspeakers. And all the people want to do is see you, and I guess
that's why we were out there for an hour.
Yeah, but the police were only letting the press up. They had it all blocked off both ends of the street. Did you know that?
No, of course. How would I know that? I'm in here.
I understand that.
Yeah, right. What is your point?
Well, my point is.
The point is they got to clear traffic.
Is it possible for you to show yourself to those people at all? Are you going to go back out there?
Of course.
Where are those people?
Where are those people?
Where we are.
We are here. How can I show myself to those people?
Robin,
let me ask you something. When you go to a concert and the performance is sold out,
you don't get to see the performer.
Yeah, I mean, is it the performer's fault?
No.
It's so weird.
We just showed ourselves for an hour.
I know. The guy makes no sense. What's your point?
Well, it's just that.
You mean I should go back out and do another show?
No, it's just that there's a lot of disappointed people out there.
A lot of disappointed people? How can you say that?
No. He's talking about the people who didn't get in.
I'm saying because of the police.
I tell you what, when we leave, we'll be able to see the people. Okay. All right. I'm not sure I understand your point.
Well, the point is the police wouldn't let them up. The police blocked off.
Well, they can't let everybody in. You want it to be an unsafe situation?
They got to keep things safe, sir. I mean, for God's sakes.
Every concert sells out.
Yeah.
E-television?
Yes.
Howard, hi. Greg Agnew from E! Entertainment Television.
Hey, you guys better be kind to me. I'm on your channel, for God's sakes.
We just had a crew out there with the police. What they did is they swept down the street, a police barricade forcing people off. So I just want to get your reaction to that.
Well, I suppose they were asking people to disband and not just hang out in the parking lot. I'm not there. How would I know?
Well, how do you feel that so many people turned up to support you and the police were forced to come.
I feel fabulous that a lot of people came down. I did a free concert and they're
How would
complaining.
you feel?
How would you feel?
You know, they keep wanting you to say something else. How would you feel?
I would be very flattered.
Thank you.
Ah.
Well, I am flattered. Well, gee whiz, I didn't come all this way. I don't.
You didn't use the right words.
These are very strange questions, and they're kind of bringing my head down after a really good, a really fun day.
Howard, before we break, if this listener that performed to the 2001 theme doesn't get to say something to you, his head might explode.
All right, what do you want? I heard you're like the most annoying listener on the planet. There isn't a thing that you didn't want.
No. I'm just really happy that I came by, Howard. And actually, I'm a stand-up comic in New York, and I wanted to plug myself. If I can do that for 30 seconds.
Just do it real quick.
All right. All right, we're going to be at the Duplex December 3rd, and Stand Up New York December 11th, Improv in Your Face. Thank you
very good. Much. All right, we'll be back right after these words. We're going to close out the show, Robin.
Yeah, we got to bring this to an end.
Gee, what strange questions.
How do you feel, Howard, that the barricades...
Well, the police have to keep things, safe, don't they?
The people didn't get to see you, Howard.
The people didn't get to see you. We were just out in front of 25,000 people.
How do you feel about that? Aren't you going to let them see you?
Can I say something? Nobody chases Bruce Springsteen after his shows.
I know, only me.
That's the same question.
Well, Bruce Springsteen's a lot smarter than I am. He doesn't sit there and analyze the show afterwards on radio. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Alice Theater. We're run down.
Yeah,
we're exhausting.
It's taken everything out of us.
Yeah, I'm completely drained. Is there anything else I have to do, Gary?
Just some plugs for, I guess, Jackie and some people who did stuff for us on the show.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Baba Booey.
You're the world's most annoying sponsor, sir. Really. Just go away.
What does he want?
Cellular activators. I hate to be so annoying, but it's just the energy I get off your show. This is Richard Hansen with Cellular Activators, 1-800-4LA-4444.
All right, okay, get rid of him.
Didn't he swear he wouldn't give the phone number?
Yeah, I mean, he's obnoxious, and then he just waves. And
yeah, I just want to say one thing. I want to thank you for something.
This is his 5th consecutive event that he's annoyed you at, dating back to the MTV Awards.
I know. He's always there. Well, maybe he does a good job.
Now, I'm sure he's the Howard Stern of his industry. Too.
Yes, he absolutely is. Well, I just want to say that everybody did a great job, except for Scott, the engineer. Just kidding. Look at him.
Is that nice?
Oh, well, you get your own mic over there.
How about that, huh?
Who knew?
It was so funny because in the intro...
I haven't used it, right?
Fred must be bowing to pressure because, he gave Scott, the engineer...
I didn't say
credit.
I didn't say a word.
Didn't you feel the inflection was sort of sarcastic? I mean, really did. And Scott the engineer.
I didn't get to hear that gem. Anyway, Robin, anything you want to add?
Gee, I think we said it all.
Yeah.
We're #1 in Los Angeles. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we had it.
Death to Mark and Brian.
Yep, it was really great. Guess we blew our wad. I feel like I'm done with sex, and I'm just like...
It's time for a cigarette and a sleep.
There's so many stories to tell about this LA trip, like the lesbian show and Jessica Hahn and
but
the lingerie party.
Now.
We'll do them after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Just want to remind everybody about Butt Bongo Fiesta. Especially, you know what? Once after Thanksgiving, I don't know that I can get it to you in time for Christmas.
That may already be too late.
Please, I'm not like just saying it so that you order it or something. I'm telling you, if you really have a desire to see this video, this outstanding video, Butt Bongo Fiesta, probably our greatest work, with the 3D and the tribute to vagina, if you really want to get it in time for Christmas, you must order immediately by dialing 1-800-52-STERN. This is very important information, Robin. I can't stress this enough. A lot of things were said here.
I hear the earnestness in your voice.
A lot of fun was here today, but today is a very, very serious message because I cannot get it to you in time for Christmas if you don't order now. So if you're thinking about it for gifts, call before you stuff that turkey immediately, 1-800-52-STERN. Please pick up the phone and dial now. Do not hesitate. Robin, anything you want to add?
No, I just think this is our last broadcast before Thanksgiving.
That is true.
We won't be back on the air live until the Monday after.
Yes, that is true.
Actually, I'd like to take an opportunity out to say that we'll be doing some classic best of on Friday, including our discussions of macaroni turkeys that we used to have.
Macaroni turkeys?
Yeah, we always used to talk about Italian Thanksgivings and all the pasta. There's a bunch of different things.
It'll be Thanksgiving-related material?
Yes.
We're
at one piece.
It's a holiday-themed show.
It's a holiday best of.
Super.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Let me give some plugs here. Jackie, for those of you who want to have a wild Thanksgiving, as soon as Jackie steps off the plane tomorrow, he will be over at Chuckles Comedy Club, the wildest night of the year. Jackie telling some of the inside LA stories over at the club. And
maybe you want to show up and welcome Jackie back to New York.
Yeah, you know, Jackie is expecting a big welcome at Chuckles. For dirty jokes and information, call the all-digital 516-922-WINE. Next Wednesday, December 2nd, he'll be at the Wilmington Comedy Cabaret in Wilmington, Delaware. Go try and stump the joke man. A lot of people said at the funeral today they didn't get enough joke man. So
there's never enough joke man.
Boy Gary this Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Wysp Record Expo in the Valley Forge Convention Center. What is it, Stuttering John?
Andy Bloom wants to talk to you.
What is it, Andy?
After all
why don't you say something on Meet the Program Director, and why slow me down now?
I just wanted to ask you, after all you yelled at me through all this, was it or was it not really cool?
I want to compliment you and, of course, Jim Freeman. Is he here? Is Jim here?
Yeah, you also should compliment...
Fred, was it really cool?
Where is Jim?
Thank you.
Where is Jim? Let me congratulate Jim Freeman on a job well done, and Andy Bloom and Scott Siegelbaum.
Marcia, the two Rons. There's a lot of people at our station that you don't even get to see that worked really hard.
There he is. Jim, how did you feel? The culmination. Did you, Jim, be honest, did you really think we'd go to #1 this fast? You are the general manager. What did you think we'd go to #1 this fast?
Howard, I prayed we'd go to #1 this fast.
Are you bowled over by what you saw today?
It's beyond belief. We've never seen anything like this in my 22 years in the business. I've never seen anything like this for a radio station. Absolutely thrilling, phenomenal. We're just ecstatic.
I want to commend you on the job well done. You spent over $110,000 to throw that for the city of Los Angeles.
Really?
Over $110,000.
And you still couldn't get Ronnie, the limo driver?
I hadn't told him
Couldn't
that
do it.
yet. I hadn't told him that yet. Thanks.
By the way, to Tom Chiasano, my general manager, do you see how Jim kisses my ass so good? Why don't you learn how to do that? Jim knows how to kiss some ass.
Jim only has to do it 2 days a year, Howard.
Right. You have to spread it out.
Well, has he ever done it?
Tom, let me hear you kiss my ass. Come on, dueling kissing ass.
Howard, Howard, do you realize that it was actually about almost 8 years ago that you first came to the station, and it's unbelievable. And you know what? Robin said something before, and we do keep getting better.
All right, now Jim's turn.
I'll tell you, I'd be thrilled to kiss Howard's ass every day because of these ratings.
There you go, Tom.
My lips are sealed.
Oh, wait, here's Stuttering John.
It was 8 years ago today. No, it's been great. I mean, this was the best. This really was.
All right,
I really
now
took my
Jim's
hat to
turn.
them.
Go ahead.
Jim, you're supposed to say something nice about us now.
Hey, Jim ran out of stuff too. You guys are incredibly.
That's why we're
not on the air,
managers and not on the air.
You know what? Two mental giants I have for general managers. By the way, Stuttering John, for a guy who's putting out a record album, that's a pretty bad guitar version of. I suggest you give that guitar to Fred the next time. Yeah, very good. What was that? What was that?
Come on, I'll smack you.
What?
No, I'm only kidding. We should really say thanks to Scott Siegelbaum, too.
Yeah.
Wait, just get out of here, will you? Yeah, we know about them. We did that already.
Howard, you got a lot of things to do. I'm going to bow out, and I just
good idea, Jim. Quit while you're ahead.
Thank
you, Jim.
I just wanted to thank you and everybody in the crew.
Jim,
really
thank you for a job well done. We appreciate you. Jim Freeman, everybody. Andy Bloom. Thank you, Andy. Scott Siegelbaum and Marcia.
We're going to make this real cool.
Thank you. Patrick Moraz will be appearing November 28th at the Troubadour. Patrick was in our band. He'll be there 9:30 with Mandy Meyer of Asia.
Oh.
And Mark Carey of Jethro Tull. Moraz. Patrick Moraz. Join Scott the Engineer every Friday for Classic 70s Disco Night at the Country Club, 209 East 85th Street. And if you need a mobile DJ for your wedding or Christmas party, call Rocket Entertainment from anywhere at 718-5040. A member of the American DJ Association, I'm happy to say.
I didn't know.
And we want to thank all of you for hanging there with us in the audience and at home. And we'll see you, I guess, next Monday. From Los Angeles, the Palace Theater, thank you.